So say Mount Centrini. Let your miracles follow the prayers that we pray. And let the world know that there is a God in our lives. What a great prayer to pray. May our prayers not be in vain. May our labor in the Lord not be worthless. We need evidence of our faith. We need signs to prove that we know. Paul says, my speech and my preaching were not with the enticing words of man's wisdom, but in the demonstration of the Spirit and of power. For the kingdom of God is not in word, but in power. You need evidence of what you profess. Great change agents are not just professors, they are practitioners. It's great to profess knowledge, but it's better to be a practitioner of what you profess. So the kingdom of God is not in word, but it's in demonstration. That's why Dan Hamilton is praying. You need to practice what you preach to be an authentic witness of that which you profess. So where are the evidences? What's the sign that you are sent to do what you're doing? We must see tangible evidence of your leadership in your personal life, in your family, in your company, in your community, and in your country. And on the wings of the song, we bring you Business Sense, brought to you by Stanbic Corporate and Investment Banking, who partner businesses driving Africa and Ghana's growth. From energy to mining, infrastructure, trade, we finance the ideas and enterprises that empower economies. We partner with market leaders in the energy and trade and mining sectors to prove that when ambition meets expertise, growth is inevitable. Reach us on 0302-815-789. Speak to our CIB team or visit stanbicbank.com.ga to get started. Stanbic Corporate and Investment Banking, driving growth, creating sustainable impact. Starting off the newspaper review segment, and then we bring you the business news and sports. There's also tech and social media trends at 8 o'clock. Of course, it's an interactive show made possible by your generous and thoughtful comments. Send us a WhatsApp 053-998-6996. We're very, very happy to hear from you this morning. Caleb Kuda is already here. Jumping into the headline shortly.
The Citi Breakfast Show. Rise above the noise.
Join the conversation on the Citi Breakfast Show on Facebook at facebook.com/Citi97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/Citi973, and Instagram at instagram.com/Citi973 with the hashtag CitiCBS.
This is the Citi Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
Unleashing the power of relevant radio. This is Citi 97.3.
6:35, the unmissable voice of the irresistible Tina Turner. And that's the way we start the show this morning. And so, on the wings of that song, we enter the newspaper review segment with a big good morning to Caleb Kuda.
Yes, sir.
And to Richard Delaska.
Yes, the Magalake, morning, bro.
Morning. We give God praise.
Amen.
All right, so where are the
Good,
papers?
good.
What are they talking about this morning?
Well, I have just 3 papers this morning. I don't know what's happening to the newspapers. Maybe
There's
they're
nothing
still in the
happening.
holiday
It's
mood.
just the way the industry is.
The
industry has just gone south.
Well, but we still have the insight with us,
Yes.
one of the oldest. So
Yeah.
the insight says this morning, Election Watch demands police intervention to ease rising tensions in MPP primary election. Also on the front page this morning, rekindle the flame of Pan-African solidarity. The Vice President is urging Africa in historic visit to Guinea. And then there is one here blasting the U.S. United States gangsterism and bullying must be resisted on the streets. Left parties in India declare.
So I have Daily Guide this morning. Ken opens wide lead in MPP race. Baumia beats peace drums. NPP flag bearer race. Aspirants to sign peace pact. And Dubai, India account for 98% of small-scale gold exports. And then also Heath Goldfields pays 136 million Ghana cedi liabilities to former workers.
Let me take you to the New Republic. The big story says OMC bosses in jobs over who wins and loses floor price race as public hails Mahama. Also on the front page this morning, Ridge Hospital scandal forces ministry's hand. We're told that they are setting up a committee to act within 14 days to investigate the matter and bring a report. And bring Ken home. Angry mob storms U.S. embassy to drag VIP fugitive former minister home to face justice. Some of the stories make the front page this morning.
Daily Post leads with 37 military hospital commending the National Health Insurance Authority for prompt payment of claims. And then also Tema Oil Refinery can cut Ghana's fuel imports by half if fully revived. This is the deputy MD. IES defends NPA price floor policy amid debate over fuel pricing.
Let me take you finally to the overseer. GRA's AI initiative at ports to boost revenue by 45%. We brought you the story yesterday. At no cost to importers. Also on the front page, pleased. It said, please contest. Okay, please contest to represent us well. Nima NDC grassroots appeal to Amina Adams. And then also, I only believe in election day poll. Educhum.
Yeah, man. All the other polls, we don't believe it.
Polls saying so many different things.
That'll be correct.
Let's do the catalyst and
Yes,
the graphic.
the Catalyst has the refreshing story of Tor's comeback. NPA chief salutes Tor comeback as refinery returns to national energy map. Gabi seeks assurances of Oforiatta's return. Ambassador Smith from ICE detention. Oforiatta faces U.S. court today. And Eziama sets BOG's 2026 agenda after hard repairs.
The Daily Graphic leads with a very troubling story. 98% of lands can't be registered. Owners at risk in disputes. I'll give you the details of this story. Also, Oforiatta case. Arthur Kennedy urges voluntary return. Ayiko O2 backs trial in absentia. Meanwhile, name airport after Kwame Nkrumah, not Kotoka, according to renewed advocacy.
I agree with that.
And Immigration Council unveils new project for border protection. Pastor Wengam is in a handshake with the Interior Minister Muntaka Mohammed Mubarak. CityNewsroom.com leads with government to probe auction of 300 Metro mass transit buses. IFC injects up to $300 million to stabilize Ghana's cocoa supply chain. In other stories, at Abraka Gold robbery, 3 more suspects picked up at Ashaiman.
Right.
Meanwhile, GPRT to hold crunch meeting January 20 today over commercial vehicle ID tags. And Otunfo and Stools Dasebre Osebunsu the third as Mampong Hini. Meanwhile, UTAG UG is not happy.
Oh.
They say GTech is undermining university autonomy.
Joe.
This GTech UTAG legal matter. Meanwhile, Transport Minister rejects claims of non-performance. All these and more on citynewsroom.com. Channel 1 News leads with the IFC story. Ghana must sustain economic stability to build investor confidence. Meanwhile, drivers blame high daily sales targets for short trips. Sky. Yeah, last week they blamed the roads. 2 weeks ago they blamed something. Today they are saying it's the high daily sales. Meanwhile, IES says fuel market stability as risk without a price floor. This is something we should look at today. The fuel is a good battle between the two leading locally owned OMCs. Let the prices fall. Court refuses bail for Seidu Abagri. That's also on channel1news.com. And as I read, UTAG UG demands GTech bosses step down by January 31. I don't know why they are asking for this. Meanwhile, Trade Minister says cement manufacturers to keep prices at affordable rates. We're keeping an eye on this. MyJoyOnline.com this morning is heavy on MPP. The whole nation wants Kennedy. And will make strong case for Ajapong. Meanwhile, Ghana's mining reform risk choking investment, says industry body Kenashigbe and Co. And then in other headlines, Benin opposition fails to secure seats in parliamentary election. And IES defends price floor. The High Street Journal has a very important question. Why Ghana's banks are financing imports of our local industry? It's a mystery that we will unravel. And then cocoa at large, Ghana's export stronghold no longer certain. Let's get into the details. Gentlemen.
Okay, before that though, let me just quickly tell you about the BNFT. I have the soft copy here, courtesy Daniel, and it says equity rally mass deep concentration risk. Equity rally max deep concentration risk.
Yes, that's correct.
Yeah. And then they also say government tightens grip on informal metal trade. Again, this is very, very important because those the Caliber boys, they are doing a lot of damage to us. And then CATS calls for Accra City Transportation Authority as commuter.
That was yesterday.
Let me take you
Where
now
do you want to start from?
the OMC stories.
Yeah, I like it.
Yes, so Gifty Boateng writes for the New Republic this morning and says that a bitter public feud has erupted between the chief executives of Ghana's two largest fuel retailers, laying bare a simmering conflict over government price controls that pit free market rhetoric against accusations of hypocrisy, with consumers caught in the middle. Now, the war of words began when Philip Kwame Tieku, who is the CEO of the privately owned Star Oil, suggested on social media that his company could slash petrol prices to 9.50 Ghana cedis per litre during late night hours to support the nighttime economy. Now, he argued this was only prevented by a government-imposed price floor, which is a minimum price set every 2 weeks by the National Petroleum Authority, which currently stands at 9.80 Ghana cedis per litre. Now, there's a quote here that basically refers to what he said. Now, within days, his claim was met with a sharp rebuke from Edward Bauer, who is the group managing director of the state-owned Goil PLC. In a detailed Facebook post, Bauer did not name Tieku, but directly challenged the credibility of any oil marketing company, calling for deeper price cuts. Now, his core accusation, here's it: these very companies are not even selling at the current lower floor price.
Meanwhile, the IES says that fuel market stability is at risk without a price floor. This story is by Emmanuel Pong. It says the Institute for Energy Security has rejected claims that the MPA's fuel price floor is preventing OMCs from reducing pump prices, insisting the policy remains critical to fair competition and market stability. The response follows public comments by Star Oil, which suggests petrol could be sold at 9 CD50 pesos per litre off-peak night hours, if not for the MPA's approved price floor of 9.80 per litre. In a statement dated January 19, IES said the downstream petroleum sector is capital-intensive, high-risk, and exposed to global price volatility and exchange rate movements, adding that the price floor was introduced as a competition stabilizing mechanism, not a price-fixing tool. More on this later on. We just want the prices to come down.
Yeah.
Stay with that oil sector. There's a tall story.
That's right.
that
So
we want to
Tema
go.
Oil Refinery can cut Ghana's fuel imports by half if fully revived. This is the deputy MD, who is Alhaji Mustafa Abubakar. He has outlined the strategic importance of reviving the refinery, saying its full operation could significantly reduce Ghana's fuel import bill and strengthen energy security. You are speaking on CTV's Oman Ghana and Koswo morning show hosted by Citi. Alhaji Abubakar said toll remains one of Ghana's most critical national assets and must be prioritized along institutions such as Cocoa Board and Go Board. He disclosed that Ghana currently spends about $400 million every month importing petroleum products, a situation he described as unacceptable. According to him, a fully functional toll working in collaboration with the Akwaba refinery and other facilities could refine enough crude locally to cut imports by at least 50%.
Okay, let me take you to stories related to Ken. So there's one here on page 4 of the New Republic, which says angry mob storms U.S. Embassy to drag VIP fugitive former minister home to face justice. The story says the political and legal saga.
This is in the New Republic.
Yes, the New Republic.
Okay.
Surrounding former Minister of Finance Ken Ofori-Atta has erupted onto the streets of Accra as pressure group Arise Ghana stages a major protest at the U.S. Embassy demanding his expedited extradition. Now, the demonstration underscores the deep public anger over high-profile impunity, but also reveals the complex, shadowy negotiations occurring behind the scenes to manage his return and potential trial. Now, organizers of today, which was yesterday's picket, using the hashtag Bring Back Ken Ofori-Atta, are demanding Washington reciprocate Ghana's past cooperation in extraditing U.S.
Meanwhile, the man
citizens to
himself
US.
will appear in court over immigration case today. This is a report on citinewsroom.com and other websites. That's basically the lead story. Ofori-Atta faces U.S. courts today. I think you have it in one of the papers. In
Yes,
front of
it
you as well.
says that the long-awaited 20th January 2026 is finally here. Former Finance Minister Ken Ofori-Atta will today appear before a U.S. court, which will determine the next phase of his legal fate from his current detention facility in the United States. The former Finance Minister will be heard virtually by the court. The hearing comes amid ongoing legal and diplomatic maneuvers surrounding his detention and mounting legal challenges. However, lawyer Martin Kwebu has promised to defend apprehensive Ken Ofori-Atta. So, private legal practitioner and law expert, Martin Kwebu, known for human rights advocacy, has elected himself to defend the rights of former Finance Minister Ken Ofori-Atta. So that's just
Let's give you the latest on the transport challenges. GPRTU said they'll hold a meeting today over commercial vehicle ID tax. The planned meeting comes off after the ministry announced that transport unions had agreed to reintroduce identification tax for commercial drivers to help regulate the sector and curb fare abuses. You know, they claim these people are not their members. Speaking with Channel 1 Newsroom on Monday, Deputy Industrial and Public Relations Officer Samuel Amwa said the engagement will focus on agreeing on the modalities for implementing the identification system, particularly in the Greater Accra region, where the problem is much prevalent. Still on GPRTU, the unions are blaming high daily sales targets for the short trips. Now, despite repeated government assurance to deploy more buses, commuters say little has changed, leaving many stuck in long queues and enjoying hours of waiting. Some commercial drivers, however, blame high daily sales targets imposed by vehicle owners for limiting the distance they have to travel. Don't forget, Ofusu Ote told us in the early 90s, you could do Accra to Tema 7 to 8 times. Now you can do it only 3 times. There's also traffic, the roads are not good. So in a way, there's pressure. At Botiano Junction Terminal, passengers expressed frustration over extended waits. Several drivers told Channel 1 News that they split trips into shorter journeys to meet high sales targets. Commuters at Old Barrier and Tetego reported similar struggles, urging the government to intervene and ease pressure during peak hours.
Let me take you to UTAG. They are not happy with the GTEC, and the story is on page 8 of the Insight for this morning. The story says the University of Ghana branch of the University Teachers Association of Ghana, UTAG, has called on the Director General of the Ghana Tertiary Education Commission, Professor Ahmed Jinapo Abdullahi, and his deputy, Professor Augustine Oklu, to resign honorably by January 31, 2026, warning that failure to comply will result in a formal petition to the Chief of Staff and potential industrial action. Now, in a strongly worded statement issued on Monday, January 19, 2026, UTAG accused GTEC of failing to fulfill its regulatory mandate and engaging in what the association described as quote and unquote tangential and sometimes frivolous actions, several, including pursuing individuals with alleged fake degrees while ignoring systemic challenges affecting public tertiary education in Ghana. Now, the association highlighted a series of structural and operational issues, noting that the quality of education in public universities has deteriorated due to inadequate budgetary support, poor infrastructure, and low remuneration for lecture. But how is that?
Part of the statement describes what they say what Abdullah Jinapo is doing. So let me read the angle I have. He says Professor Ahmed Jinapo Abdullah, his deputy director, Professor Augustine Oklu, should go because they are engaged in persistent administrative overreach. They are doing too no. You know, so it's an interesting story because they
are catching the people they are complaining.
Well, for me, they should do the catching and also do systemic.
Yes.
Caleb, there's a graphic story that will worry all of us. You know, last week we discussed land issues, and we were suggesting many ways of solving the problem. There's a very troubling daily graphic front page story. 98% of lands can't be registered owners at risk in disputes. This is a story by Emmanuel Bohoxen. It says that over 98%, that's virtually all land in the country, cannot be registered with a title. The situation makes it extremely difficult for purchasers to properly secure such lands, leaving them vulnerable to land disputes. A justice of the Court of Appeal, Justice Alexander Osetutu, who made the assertion, explained that only the Greater Accra region, some parts of Kumasi, Kaswa, and its environs had been declared as registration districts, with the rest of the with the rest of the country not having that status. He described the situation as unfair and a major factor in the incessant land disputes across the country. Now, here's the context. Land title registration provides an indefeasible title as it ensures a state-guaranteed title. But under the current legal regime, only lands that fall within areas designated by the Minister of Lands and Natural Resources as registration districts can be registered for title. Those outside said districts rely on deed registration. The Justice of the Court of Appeal criticized the fact that although land title registration was introduced 40 years ago to the Land Title Registration Law 1986, PNDC Law 152, which had been further inculcated into the Lands Act 1036, more than 13 regions are yet to be declared registration districts. Then he goes on to give some other details. He called, so this is what he's calling for. He's called for expansion of registration districts to other parts of the country to provide people with a more robust mechanism of protection in the acquisition of lands. And he gave some statistics. I'm not sure whether he was speaking in court or addressing some particular
story.
It's usually they will write before they tell you where he was speaking. So it's a lot. But basically, it's a very good story that will throw more light on some of the land discussions we've been having.
So I have two health-related stories. One, Greater Accra Regional Hospital, the Ministry of Health says it will investigate allegations of patient exploitation over there. So the Ministry of Health has announced plans to launch a formal investigations into allegations of patient exploitation at the Greater Accra Regional Hospital, popularly known as Ridge Hospital, following a recent investigative publication by the High Street Journal. This is the Fourth Estate. Apologies. Now, in a press statement issued in response to the report, the ministry acknowledged receipt of the allegations and described the revelations as deeply troubling and requiring urgent scrutiny. Now, the investigative piece, which has gained significant attention on social media and across traditional media platforms, alleged systemic practices within the hospital that place undue financial and administrative burdens on patients seeking medical care. The other health story, though, is that 37 Military Hospital has commended the leadership of the National Health Insurance Authority for prompt claims payment. Comes with a photograph of the leadership of both sides. That story is on page number 8.
Let me take you to this story I drew your attention to in the BNFC. So page 2 of the paper, the soft copy I have, says government tightens grip on informal metal trade. The story is by Joshua Wolasi Amlano, and it says government through the Ghana Integrated Iron and Steel Development Corporation, GISDEG, is moving to bring the largely informal scrap metal trade under regulation, a shift that authorizes authorities say it's necessary to curb theft, improve data collection, and secure supplies for domestic steel producers, which rely heavily on recycled metal. Now, the policy developed by the GISDEG has received ministerial approval and is entering the implementation phase following months of consultations with industry players, traders, and state agencies. Now, the trade has operated for years with little oversight, despite its central role in feeding local.
So these are people
smelters.
who collect
exactly those caliber boys who go around removing
scrap metal and then it's not regulated. Now, government is to probe auction of 300 Metro mass transit buses. Nia Ikuokan is reporting that the Minister of Transport, Joseph Buka Inikwe, has announced that an investigation has been launched into reports surrounding the auction of over 300 Metro mass transit buses under the previous administration. The deputy MD of the company, Harun Apawaredu, revealed that the buses were auctioned in the period leading up to the 24th general election, with some reportedly sold for as little as 2,500 cedis. Speaking to journalists in Accra yesterday, the Minister of Transport said the probe is currently underway to determine whether the auction processes were conducted in a transparent and merit-based manner. He added that it's not something I can say blah 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 blah, but basically they will check after the investigative report is done.
A taxi driver has failed armed robbery and crashed into the suspect. So a taxi driver has thwarted an armed robbery at Dakuman by deliberately ramming his vehicle into two suspects who had attacked a Momo vendor and stolen 7,700 Ghana cedis. Now one suspect escaped while the other was apprehended. The taxi driver used the taxi used in the intervention was damaged during the rescue, with photos showing its front bumper smashed. Now, online calls have been made to support the driver, urging donations to repair his vehicle, which is his main source of income. Now, the driver's courageous action has been widely praised, highlighting Ghanaians' determination to combat rising urban robberies. Now, if you look at the suspected robber's face, it has been mangled.
Okay, they should not be doing that. It's wrong. Let me take you to page 8 of the Inside newspaper. Trade Minister hails fall in cement prices. The story quickly says the Minister for Trade, Agribusiness and Industry, Elizabeth Ofosei-Jare, has said the recent stability in the exchange rate has contributed to a reduction in cement prices, providing some relief to the construction sector. Now, Elizabeth Ofosei-Jare noted that before the current administration took office, 42.5R cement was selling at about 118 Ghana cedis per bag, while 32.5R cement went for around 113 Ghana cedis. She said prices have since eased, with 42.5R cement now selling at about 107 Ghana cedis and 32.5R cement price between 80 and 85.
Before we come to the US, a related story: why Ghana's banks are financing imports over local industry. High Street Journal's analysis says Ghana's banks favor financing imports over manufacturing because trade is faster, lower risk, and less exposed to public or policy uncertainty. Until industrial policies are consistent and credible, capital will keep flowing to import rather than domestic production. I think that summarizes the whole story. Now, there's a very interesting article on the BBC. It says, confronted over Greenland, Europe is ditching its softly approach to Trump. Now they are getting some steel. Something Europe has snapped. Donald Trump doubled down again on Monday in his insistence that the US needs Greenland for national security reasons. Now, this scenario has led to the Europeans. For example, Germany's finance minister on Monday said, we will not allow ourselves to be blackmailed after an emergency meeting with his French compatriot. Now, France, the US is threatening European countries to
impose tariffs on them.
Yes, and is asking them to sign some sort of pact, which they are refusing to sign. And therefore, it's become a big row, which could even lead to a full-blown conflict. We're keeping an eye on Europe and Greenland very, very closely.
Yeah, I think they're going to Davos this week, and hopefully maybe some headway will be made.
Yeah, Trump says he will 100% carry out Greenland tariff threat as EU vows to protect its interests. So the EU's foreign policy chiefs said the EU has no interest in picking up a fight against Donald Trump, but they will also not be bullied. So the matter. And on Monday, Trump declined to rule out the use of force and insisted he would press ahead with the threatened tariffs on goods arriving in the US from the UK and 7 other NATO allied countries.
I think the institutions of state in the US must rein him in. We expect most likely today the Supreme Court to make a decision on the constitutionality of his what do you call it? Tariff impositions.
You may even sack the Supreme Court.
It doesn't have the authority to do that.
There was a movie we used to watch. The guy said, "I don't fear who." You know, you fear who?
No.
I sack the Supreme Court.
I hope that today they rein him in.
They can't do
And
anything.
during the midterm elections, the Republicans will lose massively.
The election, he said he doesn't think the election is important.
What are we elections?
His is completely out of order.
I thought this was your man,
But the fact that he's my man doesn't mean that when he's
No, Trump.
we should not deal with
I
it.
don't fear who.
The City Breakfast Show. Rise above the noise.
Oh, jump on now. Go. Google me. At what time will you come back where I don't hear the sound of your car? Why you buy new car?
No, I don't change my car. It be the same ride. It be the fuel way I change. Way one shouts it. Ever since I started using the all-new Excellium Premium Fuel, fortified with 3-in-1 action. Oh, Joe, now my car they run like electric car. No, it's so.
This is the type of fuel where they want to. Because now engine they cost. Where they want for way if I buy it, it go protect my engine. And with the small way I buy, I'll go drive, sir.
Absolutely. It's like strapping a turbocharger to your engine and giving it a protector. And what they bust my mind, Seth, be the 3-in-1 action, no? Excellium, they prevent up to 99% of deposit. It be anti-wear, some be anti-corrosion. Won't pay when I open there.
Hey, so where can I find this magical fuel?
Just head over to any Total Energy service station and your car will thank you.
Hey, then make a finish my gobe fast, then rush go Total Energies. My friend, but why your hand my gobe inside?
I give you info. Make I feel the gobe too small.
Go.
Excellium is designed to protect your car engine, decrease fuel consumption, and lower CO2 emissions. Don't say fuel, say Excellium. Choose Excellium, choose quality.
This is the City Breakfast Show. The city's biggest conversation.
Time for City Business News with Shiba Rababini. Good morning, Shiba.
Good morning, Bernard, and welcome to the breakfast edition of the City Business News. The bulletin is proudly brought to you by MTN, EcoBank, and Valex. Coming up in the bulletin, NPA to engage oil marketing companies over price floor concerns. Also coming up, IFC inject up to $300 million to stabilize Ghana's cocoa supply chain. And much later, we will tell you how Ghana's passport failed to break into Africa's top 10 most powerful as it ranks 69th globally. I am Sheba Araba Benin. Details of our stories now. The National Petroleum Authority (NPA) has expressed readiness to engage the Chamber of Oil Marketing Companies (COMAC) on the fuel price floor policy outlined in the 2024 Petroleum Products Pricing Guidelines. The regulator says COMAC had earlier raised concerns about price undercutting in the downstream petroleum market and supported the introduction of the price floor as a stabilizing measure for the industry. Director of Economic Regulation and Planning at the NPA, Abbas Tasunti, speaking to City Business News, said the authority remains open to continuous engagement even as some industry players push back against the policy.
In fact, we've had a lot of engagement, but let me state clearly again that COMAC is not against the price floor policy. In fact, they've been vehemently and they've openly supported the price floor policy. It is only one oil marketing company that right now, as we speak, that is speaking against the price floor. So, like I said, you can engage COMAC yourself and take their position on this price floor policy. So it doesn't look like it is MP imposing a policy on the industry. We had to engage. Any policy must have acceptance from the stakeholders. So we had to engage. And first of all, the concerns that came for us to even consider this policy came from COMAC, that there is price undercutting in the industry. So I think ultimately this policy protects the consumer. I think I've heard people also say that this policy is protecting the oil marketing companies. No. If the industry is not protected and we don't have sustainable supply and pricing as well, the market becomes affected, and either we get a monopoly, one company become a monopoly and then overprice or take advantage of the entire market and consumers, or the sustainability of supply becomes a challenge and consumers struggle to get petroleum products. So
Abbas Tasunti is Director of Economic Regulation and Planning at the National Petroleum Authority. Away from that, the International Finance Corporation IFC says it has stepped in to plug a critical financing gap threatening the cocoa supply chain, injecting hundreds of millions of dollars to keep license buying companies and farmers afloat. Speaking on Channel 1 TV's The Point of View, IFC Senior Country Manager Kyle Kellofer revealed the delays in cocoa board's expected financing transactions had left license buying companies under pressure, forcing them to self-finance operations in an already strained market.
Well, the big thing that we've been trying to support over the last 18 months, because there's been a bit of a financing gap with that the cocoa board has not moved forward with the transaction, and the LBC supply chain has had to self-finance. And so we've tried to step in, including with some support from the regulators, the central bank and the Ministry of Finance. We've tried to step in to help the LBCs have sufficient liquidity, but local currency liquidity, hence via local banks. And so we're proud to have provided over 100 million and maybe up to 300 million this year to help ensure that whole cocoa supply chain remains viable, and that farmers at the farm gate are seeing all the LBCs and getting as price competitive and the best return possible.
That was Senior Country Manager at the International Finance Corporation, Kyle Kellofer. Moving on, the Ghana Chamber of Mines has renewed concerns over the proposed changes to the country's mining fiscal regime, stressing that the move could undermine investment, stall project expansion, and weaken long-term government revenues. The Chamber said it is not opposed to government's objective of securing greater national benefits from the mining sector, but expressed concern to what the current structure of the proposed amendments fails to strike a sustainable balance. Daniel Odro-Mensah has more in the following report.
The Chamber noted that mining firms currently pay several levies on gross revenue, including a 5% royalty, a 3% growth and sustainability levy, 35% corporate income tax, an 8% dividend tax, as well as a 10% free carried interest for the state. According to the Chamber, the proposed introduction of a sliding scale royalty regime between 5% and 12% on gross revenue would further elevate Ghana's tax take, potentially making the country less competitive compared to other mining jurisdictions, despite record high gold prices. The Chamber warned that increasing royalties without factoring in rising operating and capital costs could slow investment decisions, delay expansion projects, and lead to job losses, ultimately weakening the sector's contribution to national development. The Chamber also added that a stable and competitive fiscal regime remains critical to attracting long-term investment and ensuring the mining industry continues to support economic growth and government revenue mobilization.
That was a Business Desk report by Daniel Odro-Mensah. Now, Ghana has failed to break into Africa's top 10 most powerful passports, ranking 69th globally in the latest Henley Passport Index 2026, a reminder that mobility, which is an economic asset, remains limited for many Ghanaians despite the country's growing regional influence. The ranking released by global citizenship advisory firm Henley and Partners places Seychelles firmly at the top in Africa, underscoring the widening gap in global access between African countries. Emmanuel Opon reports in.
After mining gold for more than about 60, 80 years, and we can't add value to what we produce ourselves, and we always ship it raw. It's worrying. So the news that the government or the gold board is trying to add value, I think it's very good. We all appreciate it. And I think it will add value to the gold that we produce. It will give employment to more people, and it will increase the value of the gold that we export. Their local capacity will also be enhanced.
According to the index, Seychelles ranks 24th globally, but came in first on the continent, giving its passport holders visa-free or visa-on-arrival access to 154 destinations, making it Africa's most powerful travel document. It is followed by Mauritius at 27th globally, with access to 147 destinations, while South Africa ranks ranks 48 and Botswana comes in at 59th, rounding out Africa's strongest performers. Ghana ranks 69 globally, with its passport offering access to about 68 destinations without a prior visa. While this places the country ahead of some regional peers, it keeps Ghana well outside the continent's top tier and far from global leaders. Now, the big question: why passport power matters for business. In today's global economy, passport strength is no longer just about tourism. It affects ease of doing business, access to new markets, speed of deal making. And now, business leaders argue that limited mobility increases transaction costs, delays partnerships, and weakens competitiveness, especially for SMEs and startups trying to scale beyond West Africa. Globally, Singapore retains its position as the world's most powerful passport, offering access to 192 destinations, followed by Japan and South Korea. European and Asian economies continue to dominate the top 10, reflecting decades of strategic diplomacy and economic integration.
Emmanuel Opon with that business desk report. On the forex markets this morning, the dollar is being retailed at 12 cedis 5 pesos. The British pound is going for 16 cedis 20 pesos, and that of the euro could be sold to you at 14 cedis 30 pesos. These are average rates from forex bureaus and not the Bank of Ghana's interbank rates. And that's it for the breakfast edition of the Citi Business News. There is more news on citinewsroom.com/business. I am Sheba Araba Benin. Do have a good business day.
Hey, do they want to sack you dry? Why shall I way? Engagement things and kwenye. Hey, sure. They even added washing machine, fridge, flat screen TV. 65 inches and so. How do they expect you to buy all these and still take care of your family? Oh, Kwame.
Mama. And how cry? With Access Bank's Pick Now, Pay Later, we can get everything now in minutes and pay at 0% interest over the next 6 months. Eye Coco cry.
Hey, sir.
Access Bank says faster is here. With a now digitized Pick Now, Pay Later, life's big moments are within reach. Just click, pick, approved in minutes. For more information, call our 24-hour contact center on 0800 00 4400. Terms and conditions apply. Access Bank, more than banking. Momo. It has made life happen in lots of good ways.
Mr. Kwanzaa, Mr. Insurance claim no. That's it.
It has put together beautiful weddings. It has filled the bellies of boys at their favorite watchy joint.
My guy, stop. Who they chop cancel these days?
It has made millions of businesses possible.
No. We are back in business.
With just a few taps, money moves faster, easier, and safer. Momo understands the weight of your trust in us. We continuously enhance security with features like self-paying reset to help you protect your money. Momo will only call you with 0244 300,000. No MTN or Momo staff will call or ask for your PIN or one-time password. Do not transfer funds to anyone whose identity you have not verified. Do not approve any prompts you have not initiated. Momo, still Wunsaka.
Join the conversation on the Citi Breakfast Show on Facebook at facebook.com/Citi97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/Citi973, and Instagram at instagram.com/Citi973 with the hashtag CitiCBS.
This is the Citi Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
Join the conversation on the Citi Breakfast Show on Facebook at facebook.com/Citi97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/Citi973, and Instagram at instagram.com/Citi973 with the hashtag CitiCBS.
Caleb Kuda here. Earlier you heard Shiba Arba Benin serving you the breakfast edition of the City Business News, proudly sponsored by MTN and Access Bank. Access Bank is rewarding customers, so they've introduced the Rewards by Access. That's a loyalty program designed to add value to your everyday banking. If you're shopping, traveling, handling business expenses, every transaction you make with your Access card brings you closer to exclusive benefits, premium privileges, personalized rewards, all tailored to suit your lifestyle. You will earn points, and it can be redeemed seamlessly at any of Access's merchant partners nationwide. So let your spending go even further. Use Access Card today. Enjoy a rewarding banking experience only with Access Bank. Loyaltyrewards.ghana.accessbankplc.com 0800 004400. Call that number now. Access Bank is more than banking. Now, quick question. When was the last time you actually enjoyed standing in a queue? Me neither. Whether it's at the bank, grocery store, no one has that time. That's exactly why we are loving the new move from MTN. If you've been wanting to switch to an eSIM, you know, the digital SIM that's built into your phone, so you don't need a little plastic card. Yes, that's it. MTN has flipped the script, and you can literally set up your eSIM yourself right from your couch. No queues, no waiting, no take a ticket. You just open the My MTN app, follow the steps, and boom, you're live. It's the ultimate life hack. So grab your phone, download your the My MTN app if you haven't already, and skip the queue today. Make sure I say you know. Gabby Affair is here with Kickoff, that's brought to you by Lesheho and Shell. As we step into the brand new year, Lesheho Ghana says thank you. Cherished customers, you've trusted, supported, and done business with us throughout 2025. We're looking forward to working with you even further, supporting your goals, your dreams, your financial growth, and improving your lives with innovative financial solutions. From all of us at Lesheho Ghana, we wish you a prosperous, fulfilling, and successful new year. Lesheho Ghana, let's improve lives. Drivers all over Ghana, including Emmanuel, Collins, and Bright, are enjoying free fuel just by trying the new and improved Shell fuels, and you could be next. From now until the end of February, buy 300 Ghana cedis or more worth of the new and improved Shell fuels. Stand a chance to win big. 1 month, 3 months, 6 months, or even 1 year free fuel up for grabs. What a feeling. Don't miss the opportunity. Visit the nearest Shell fuel service, fill up for an opportunity to become one of our weekly winners. There's a promo that's regulated on the NLA's Caritas Lottery platform. New and improved Shell fuels, better by far. Gabby Affair, ladies and gentlemen, has you on Kickoff.
This is the City Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
Alright, Tuesday morning, January 20. Welcome to Kickoff on 97.3 City FM. Kickoff is proudly brought to you by Western Union, Polyton Ghana, Shell V Power, and Lesheho. Let's improve life. It's Champions League nights later today from the match venues, running through the games coming up later tonight, plus some boxing news, tennis update, and reactions from the aftermath of the 2025 AFCON. Right, I'm Gabiofe. Let's start off with some AFCON-related stories. Now, FIFA President Gianni Infantino has called on CAF, the governing body of African football, to take appropriate measures over the ugly scenes during Sunday's AFCON final, which saw Senegal beat Morocco 1-0. Now, CAF released a statement on Monday morning condemning the unacceptable behavior of certain players and officials during the match in Rabat. And the final was overshadowed when Senegal's players walked off the pitch before the final whistle and temporarily refused to play. after Morocco were awarded a stoppage time penalty with the match goalless. Meanwhile, the Royal Moroccan Football Federation has announced it will take legal action with CAF and FIFA over the withdrawal of the Senegalese national team during the final against Morocco. According to the Moroccan Football Federation, the move triggered after a penalty was awarded, confirmed as correct by experts, disrupted the normal flow of the match and impacted player performance. Morocco insists that the matter be addressed through official channels to protect the integrity of African football. On the part of the Senegalese Football Federation, they say they are happy with Papi Thiaw getting his players off the pitch. They believe it was the correct reaction to the corruption that was happening and someone had to say no to it. Now, according to the Football Federation, they will do everything to fight against Papi Thiaw's suspension by the Confederation of African Football. Now, Sankole Janko, a Senegalese sports journalist, he has been speaking to us on the Football Federation stance with Papi Thiaw.
Decisions are taken as a team. If they are to face the consequences, they will face the consequences as a team. And whatever that has to happen, if they are to win, they will win as a team, right? Because even Sajamana yesterday, he said it, that the team agreed that, they were going to stop. But he thought, okay, some reason he has his amount of wisdom. He decided to consult one or two players. He decided to consult ex-players. His role model, Elhaji, is Iswene Jube, and then Nyang, he also consulted Nyang, and then they told him, you know what, just talk to them. Let's go back. And Claude Loa also was there, and then they decided to, whatever decision that Senegalese take, particularly involving football, they stand as a team. And you could see that the Senegalese Federation have issued a statement backing the decision of the coach, because they were also of the view that, there were a lot of, calls that did not go the Senegalese way, and that there have been a lot of repeated, actions or scenarios wherein that perceived to be, favoring the host country, Morocco. So they feel like, okay, what Pape Thiaw did, someone had to stand up to say, you know what, this is not why we are here. This is not African football. Football ought to be a fair game, regardless of being the host or not. So their position, and I think that is one of their biggest strengths.
All right, so Sankole Janko, a Senegalese sports journalist, speaking to us yesterday on Inside AFCON. Well, the AFCON trophy officially landed in Dakar yesterday. Kalidou Koulibaly brought it home. On arrival, he was warmly received by President Bassirou Diomaye Faye before proudly presenting the continental crown to the head of state. So the AFCON trophy is in Senegal. Well, away from that, Ghana forward Ibrahim Osman joined. He has joined championship side Birmingham City on loan until the end of the season after cutting short AGO Zerstein to return to Brighton. Well, the Ghana Football Association, their communication director is Henry Asante Chum. He has disclosed that Ghana's squad for the 2026 FIFA World Cup will be submitted to FIFA on June 1, 2026. The Black Stars will kick off their Group L campaign against Panama on June 17 before taking on England on June 23, and then they'll wrap up the group stage with a final fixture against Croatia on June 27.
Once May is over, it means that these players will start coming down, or depending on where we will camp, then they will start arriving. Maybe one at least or two friendly matches in June. And then, per the regulations of the tournament, we are supposed to arrive in the country of host at least 5 clear days before your first match. Our first match is on the 17th. So what it means is that FIFA expects Ghana to arrive in America on the 12th latest. Yes. So from the 12th, you have 5 days to play your first match. So when you arrive, you go through all the protocols, welcome, and do the team welcome meeting. That's what they call it. They tell us the regulations of the tournament, the competition rules, the conduct, blah,
so
blah,
between
blah.
1st June and 12th June, we should be ready.
Yes.
All right, so that's the GFA Communications Director Henry Asante Chum speaking on Sporty FM. Well, in the Ghana Premier League, Public Relations Officer for Young Apostles, Alhaji Muhammad Salia, has confirmed the club's decision to boycott the Ghana Premier League, citing persistent poor officiating. Now, according to the club, Young Apostles will honor their remaining fixtures on the calendar, but will not take part in the matches and move. That will result in automatic forfeits.
So those are what we chronicled. Okay. And saw that officiating the country relative to Apostles is not the it's not the way to go.
Okay.
We are not saying poor officiating is peculiar to young apostles.
Okay.
Every team suffers it, but the rate at which we are suffering it is beyond normal. And we believe it's high time we spoke to the football authorities for them to up their game relative to officiating the country. Just last Friday, team scored a nice goal against Hasufuk. It was not made to stand. On Saturday, Kotoko scored a goal against Go Stars in Bibiani. It wasn't made to stand. The examples are across the board.
All right, so that's PR for Young Apostles. Alaji Mahama Salia speaking there. Now to some boxing, and after nearly 2 decades of silence, the sounds of globes hitting parts has returned to Jamestown, one of Ghana's most historic boxing gyms. Second out has been officially reopened, marking a new chapter in the country's rich boxing legacy following a major renovation by PKO Boxing. There's more in the following reports by Julio Ashirifi Amwa.
KO Boxing, led by Edward Osei, has officially renovated and reopened the historic Second South Boxing Gym in Jamestown, Accra, bringing an end to 17 years of inactivity at one of Ghana's most revered sporting centers. Located in Jamestown, widely regarded as the spiritual home of boxing in Africa, the Second South Gym occupies a special place in Ghana's boxing story. The facility is closely linked to the legacy of D.K. Poison, Ghana's first professional boxing world champion, and comes from a community that has produced legendary figures such as Azuma the Professor Nelson. After the reopening ceremony, PKO Boxing head Edward Osei outlined the vision behind the project and what the revived gym represents for the future of the sport.
The majority of the boxing is normally people from Second South, and it's sort of fitting that PKO Poison obviously is from this gym as well. And so as far as the restoring of the Legends Hope campaign is concerned, our objective is literally, I think that we mentioned this in our last charity event, we will be visiting literally not just the world champions, literally anyone who sort of put Ghana's name on pedestal to ensure that we look up.
Edward Osei says the goal is to transform Seconds Out into a modern world-class boxing facility that will nurture young talent, restore discipline, and create opportunities for the next generation of Ghanaian boxers. The reopening also evokes strong emotions from key figures who have played major roles in Ghana boxing over the years. Former Ghana Boxing Association President Lawyer Peter Zwent, who coincidentally was present to officially open the gym when it was first established, described the moment as deeply nostalgic.
I believe about 16 to 17 years ago. At that time, the turnout, we had the then sports minister, a whole host of dignitaries, and also our world champion at that time. Dogbe hadn't been a world champion, Emmanuel Tego hadn't been a world champion, but I do recall it was D.K. Poison, Zuma Nelson.
All right, so that the report was put together by Julio Ashirifi Amwa. Now let's take it to Europe when Manchester City have completed the signing of defender Maguire from Crystal Palace in a deal worth an initial £20 million. An injury crisis at centre-half has prompted City to sue for the Palace captain, who was out of contract at the end of this season and was close to joining Liverpool on deadline day last summer. Here's Guy speaking after signing for City.
It's a relief, but yeah, very proud, really excited to get started. I'm very grateful to God.
You've had a fantastic few years at Crystal Palace, and you're now recognised as one of the best centre-backs in the Premier League. Just for any City fans who have maybe not seen you play quite so often, what are your strengths, what are your attributes, and what kind of player are we getting?
If I'm being honest, I think I'm someone who doesn't have any attributes that stand out, but I'd say I'm quite well-rounded in everything. Balanced, I'd like to say, but definitely I think what I can bring is a calm, good level head, and just being a good teammate.
All right, so that's Manchester City news signing. Maguire speaking there. Well, last night at the Amex Stadium, Charalampos Costalus scored a stunning late overhead kick to secure 1-0 draw for Brighton against Bournemouth at the Amex. Later tonight in the UEFA Champions League, some really good fixtures coming up. Arsenal will take on Inter Milan at the Emirates. We hear from Arsenal boss Mikel Arteta.
Well, a very similar context to last year. Obviously, where the two teams are at the moment is a bit different. A new manager as well, that I think has given them some other things in their identity and the way they play. But obviously, we know a super competitive team, a team that is dominating the league, and a really tough game.
Right, so that's Arsenal boss Mikel Arteta. But some more games. Olympiacos will take on Leverkusen, Madrid up against Monaco. Sporting Lisbon will take on PSG, Tottenham up against Dortmund, and then Villarreal will take on Ajax. But before the 8 p.m. batch of matches kicking off, there's one kicking off at 3:30. That's between Kairat Almaty and Club Brugge in the UEFA Champions League. There's more updates at 5 p.m. on Sports Flash. But let's finish off with tennis. And Novak Djokovic delivered a 7 masterclass as he registered his 100th victory over Spain's Pedro Martinez. Casper Ruud is also through to the next stage after beating Italy's Matteo Bellucci 6-2, 6-1, 6-4. Yannick Sinner will be in action later today against Hugo Gaston. And then the women's single, Siga Swiatek, is also through to the next stage after beating Yua Yan 7-6, 6-3. Later today, Naomi Osaka will take on Antonio Razic at 10 a.m. in the Australian Open. That's the very latest in the world of sport. For more, you can head to citysportsonline.com and on next at City Sports JHA. Kickoff is proudly brought to you by Western Union, Shell V Power, Polytangana, and Lesheho. Let's improve life. I'm Gabi Ofe. Enjoy the rest of your day. Do take care and bye-bye.
The best.
If you need unique services, innovative financial solutions, we deliver on our promise because we are number one. Let's go, we improve your life. Let's go. Even when you're stuck with nothing, no matter your situation, let's go, we improve your life. Let's go. Let's go, we improve your life. Papa no no, 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 Alcasa. Polytank is everywhere, durable and authentic. Stronger brand you can trust. Polytank, we get some more Rambo and get some more super. And the Polytank, we did. Polytank, papa no no, papa no.
The best.
This is a story of determination. This is the story of Anthony Owusu-Ansah and his delivery business, Shark Express. What started as one man's dream is now a thriving same-day delivery business that serves hundreds of families. Through financing, mentorship, business networks, and market access, APSA is helping businesses like Shark Express grow, create jobs, build futures, and deliver joy across Ghana. Behind Anthony's success isn't only hard work. It's having the right partner like APSA, one that helps him dream bigger and reach further every day. From funding to guidance, APSA stands with entrepreneurs who dare to dream.
We see your story and we invite you to write it with us. Your story matters. APSA.
This is the City Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
The Money Matters segment is brought to you by Petra. Petra, achieve more.
Welcome to the Money Matters segment with Petra. Opportunities come and go, but only people with stable foundations can take advantage of them. Before chasing the next big thing, make sure your base is solid. Emergency funds, predictable assets, and protected cash flow. Petra helps you build that strong base first. So speak to an advisor today or dial *447 *70#. Let's do life together. Petra, achieve more.
The Money Matters segment was brought to you by Petra. Petra, achieve more.
The Citi Breakfast Show. Rise above the noise.
Join the conversation on the Citi Breakfast Show on Facebook at facebook.com/Citi97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/Citi973, and Instagram at instagram.com/Citi973 with the hashtag CitiCBS.
In Ghanaian parlance, Agrobesa, Efrianopa. To wit, if the festival will be entertaining, it starts from the morning. If 2026 will be amazing, it will very much depend on what we do in January. We bring you the Effective Living Series 2026 on 97.3 Citi FM with different weekly themes. Week 1, know where you want to go. Week 2, develop a plan to get there. Week 3, build capacity to get there. Week 4, take charge and soar. Tune in to 97.3 Citi FM to get a good head start on 2026. The Effective Living Series 2026 airs every weekday in January at 9:15 a.m. prompt, only on 97.3 Citi FM. The Effective Living Series is sponsored by Petra and Hallmark Freight and Consultancy Ghana Limited.
Mensa Kamekao!
Now what so dear?
Hey Charlie, what's it? Imagine buying your favorite gadget and driving home a sleek saloon car.
Oh yes, with Max Buys You Shop You Drive promo, every purchase brings you closer to amazing prizes.
Just shop any product from Max Buy
and stand a chance to win a sleek saloon car, TVs, smartphones, and more. Your next buy could make you a winner.
So what are you waiting for? Shop now and let's make your dream drivable with Max Buy.
Max Buy, you shop, you drive.
For further enquiries, call Max Buy on 054-401-9552. Terms and conditions apply.
This promo is being run by the NLA on the Caritas Lottery platform.
Today, we hit the streets to ask Ghanaians, what would you do with free fuel for 1 year?
Oh, road trips with the girls every weekend.
That's extra savings to help fix my car.
Charlie, 1 whole year, I'll finally be able to visit my mom without worrying about the distance.
This season, it's feeling after filling from Shell with new and improved fuel so you can do the things you love. Buy 300 Ghana cedis or more worth of new and improved Shell fuels and stand a chance to win. Free fuel for 1 month, 3 months, 6 months, or even 1 year. It's time to try the new and improved Shell fuels with additives that deliver efficiency, cleaning, protection, and performance. Don't miss out. Fill up with new and improved Shell fuels and get rewarded. Promo runs till the 28th of February 2026. T's and C's apply.
New and improved Shell fuels. Simply better by far.
Okay, I'll see you soon. Why, baby? Hey, my say, and my boyfriend, I could see about *959# when you phone so. Now we're winning.
Anita, I don't want doggy park.
Oh, one so. I could see us answer by number 1. I am watching now. And then there was so yummy show, Papa B. Now me the toss a short, sexy dress, no. Now Mrs. Samiti. Now me yummy nails, no. So come on. Oh, no. Me fa uba. Make a do some small 1-2 rounds. Be answer me doing her. Now we tria. Hey, Nana so he for order. So Chinese any wine, Papa B. And they mean this I check no.
Hey, Anita.
Na sa ni mia when you hear TV bi no. I also say sound. No top prepared. Na me chilly esimu. I no go fit sweat like that. See fine girl.
Hey, Anita.
Jesus.
Baby, I will do no jina wa. Mr. Remember, dial *959#. Our iPhone na back to my. No one gets a sika so what?
Sister, next time cut the call or what? Dial *959# and I call 590mobile.com.gh. Not to be 590 mobile. Head down some.
Whether you're buying water from your favorite spots in Osu, shopping online for the latest styles, or booking your next getaway to Dubai, MasterCard gives you the freedom to pay your way. Insert, tap, swipe, click. So many options, yet so easy. With layers of security protecting every payment, your money stays safe. From Trotro to travel, MasterCard connects you to the life you've earned and the one you dream of. Ask your bank for a MasterCard today. MasterCard. Safe, convenient, priceless.
Join the conversation on the City Breakfast Show on Facebook at facebook.com/City97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/City973, and Instagram at instagram.com/City973 with the hashtag CityCBS.
This is the City Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
Unleashing the power of relevant radio. This is City 97.3.
Go get it. Number 4, the Kanye, Lamborghini, no madu, Onyayo, Mama to, Amao, La Fupam, Agbadako, La Shima, Bakoba, Danaja, Babue, with a hustle for Toto, with a hustle for Toto, boys the hustle for Toto, with a hustle for Toto. What we go do? Money no debt, and we just search up every corner every day. Hustle no easy, not for them around. It don't be easy on the blazing sun. Boys know they ho, we for make dough. God for bless we, oh hey. God for bless we, make we stop the hustle. Oh, for Toto, with the hustle for Toto, boys the hustle for Toto, with the hustle for Toto, Bahama they hustle for Toto, Nanado they hustle for Toto, Bolare they hustle for Toto, Ibrahim they hustle for Toto. Go get it. Go get it. Delivery, special delivery. Go get it. Number 4, the Kanye, Lamborghini,
The City Breakfast Show. Rise above the noise.
Unleashing the power of relevant radio. This is City 97.3.
with a hustle for Toto, with a hustle for Toto, boys the hustle for Toto, with a
7:41 on the City Breakfast Show. Today is the 20th of January, a day of memories. No, seriously, you know, today, if my father were alive, he would have been 85. He would have been 85. Today would have been his birthday.
Oh dear.
And sometimes the best legacy you can live. Somebody said something to me, was it last week? He was saying that the best way to live your life is to ask yourself, would my father be proud of me? Or would my mother be proud of me if they see me doing what I'm doing? It's a very good guide. So Sebastian Kwame Fuli, he would have been 85 years old today. He died 5 years ago. Actually, yes, he died 24th May 2020. Wow. 24th May 2020, 4 days after my 39th birthday. Oh yes, but all the tears have turned to joy because now we remember his investments in us and we are so grateful. Yeah. So today is the 20th of January. I'm sure there are a couple of people who celebrate their birthdays today as well. I'm wishing Albert Ejepong a happy birthday from all the lawyers at Taylor Crabb. He's a great guy. I'd like to also send commiserations to the Aye family. So my auntie was buried over the weekend at a ceremony at Peki Wudome.
Right.
And so this is to Alfred Aye, Ethel, Mercy, and the family whose mother, our auntie, went to be with the Lord sometime last year and was buried over the weekend at the Peki Wudome cemetery. And commiserations to my very good friend Professor Kofi Abuchi. Commiserations to my very good friend Professor Kofi Abuchi, who also tragically lost his wife. And the Emily Mamle Abuchi. And the funeral ceremony was held at the Open Heavens Temple ICGC at Ringano. And Professor Abuchi has been a luminary in the legal field. He's been what shall I say? We've done many interviews with Kofi Abuchi. He shared his knowledge with us freely. And even though I couldn't join him at the funeral of his wife, I'd like to send our commiserations, myself, some men, and all the team, to Professor Kofi Abuchi, who's the Dean of the Law Faculty at UPSA. Commiserations to him and the family on the loss of his lovely and dear wife, Mrs. Emily Mamle Abuchi, which funeral service was held on Saturday, the 17th of January at the Open Heaven Temple ICGC in Ajiringano. Yeah, so it's a very somber morning for all of us. Bena, please wish my wife and best friend Antoinette Ado, Principal Human Resource Officer, SAP TECG, a happy 40th birthday. You are my virtuous woman and our greatest blessing. Cheers to long life and God's best. We love you endlessly, from your husband, Engineer Ebenezer Ado, from Wiggles, Avery, and Mama. Couple more coming through. Happy birthday to Sister Gifty Frimpoma Mensa. Yesterday was her day. We celebrate not just the day of your birth, but the incredible light you bring to our Berean Bible class at Emmanuel Methodist Church, Lashibi. May the good Lord continue blessing and you with long life, strength, and wisdom. May His grace surround you, from Uncle Kofi Akaefi and the entire Berean Bible class. Or I guess it's Berean Bible class, Emmanuel Methodist Church, Lashibi.
Bernard, I want to say a very special good morning to Lawyer Courage Asabagna. He's a big man. I really appreciate him. Over the weekend, he helped me with a few things, and I am grateful for that. And then, of course, Beatrice Ananfield lost her dad. She's presidential staffer. She lost her dad, Ni Laye Gbeyiwa. So he's passed.
I'm sure you're pronouncing this thing properly.
I'm sure I got it wrong somewhere. I might be fine somewhere. Gbeleyiwa.
Charlie,
I don't know how to say that, yes, but he will be buried on the 21st of February, 9 a.m. Nungwa Methodist Park. Commiserations to the family as well.
A few more coming through. Bena, please help me wish Pastor Moses Afele Ahitab of NCD Ministries a happy belated 50th. He's a big man who deserves some accolades with his milestone. Remain blessed and highly favored of the Lord, Pastor Moses, with love from your NCD and Hope family. Good morning. Please wish our son George Nana Benyin Hagan Sagla of Central University, Miocho, a happy birthday. A happy belated wish to him from his parents, Daniel Suomo, and siblings. I'm not sure whether Adabraka is the name of the siblings or Adabraka is the place. All right, so yes, and Kakra, before we do that, I'd like to wish Mr. Johnny Selom Ayi of Yinsen Productions Takradi a happy birthday. May this new year bring you good health and greater achievements and continued success. From Mami Ekwa, have a wonderful birthday.
Yes, so I have two belated birthday wishes. First, I'm celebrating Kwesi Jin. He's managing partner at Taylor Crab Barristers and Solicitors, and also Fidelia Nkoma, a fellow Hobson. Happy birthday to the both of them.
And to Faisal Bella Jibrila, a pharmacist and a lawyer who celebrates his birthday today.
Nice.
Happy birthday to Mavis Vivier, who is an ardent listener of the Citi Breakfast Show. Happy 40th birthday to, I think I read the Antoinette one already, so I'll leave that here.
An ardent listener, Maxwell Apia, it's your birthday. Happy birthday to you as well, Maxwell. God bless you.
So there's a question for listeners. Where do you buy petrol and how much do you pay for it? Where do you buy petrol? How much do you pay for it? There seems to be a war of words between two of our leading OMCs about price floors. Price floors. What is a price floor? A price floor is a low price at below which industry players are not allowed to sell. A price ceiling is a price above which industry players are not allowed to sell. So typically price floors and price ceilings are set to maintain competition and also give value depending on the circumstance. So if you set a price floor, you feel like sometimes when people are so desperately competing, it could lead to erosion of profits. So they could keep cutting prices until they earn nothing. A price ceiling, on the other hand, is also to protect consumers, so they don't have to pay beyond a certain amount, even though there's scarcity of a product. So there seems to be a war of words going on between two leading OMCs, Gold and Star Oil, over a price floor. And two civil society groups have taken two different sides. It appears that the chamber of not COMAC, COPEC seems to agree that we need to remove the price floor, because they claim, so the Star Oil people say there is a price floor, and that if the price floor were removed, they could have sold lower. The Gold people don't seem to believe that there is a price floor, and they don't seem to think that that's a big issue. If you listen to IES, another CSO, they seem to agree with the Gold position that you need to maintain, if there is a price floor, you need to maintain it, because if you keep allowing people to just lower prices, it could also disrupt the market. So the question I want to ask listeners is, do they even compare objectively fuel prices before they buy? Why do you buy fuel from the station you buy fuel from? Is it because the place is neat? Is it because the people will not cheat you? Is it because it's close to your house? All right, I think that's a very important question I want you to help me with this morning. Where do you buy fuel? This is what for truck drivers, for taxi drivers, and for people who own their own vehicles. Where do you buy it and why? I think that's the question. Do you buy because of proximity, because of price, because of quantity, because of ambience, or because they have a shop that you want to buy something at? Some people even go just because they have a shop that has something they want.
That's true.
Or you like the attendant, so you just want to greet the attendant every morning. So why do you buy fuel?
Because people could be in traffic, but they'll still drive and look for a specific fuel outlet and buy from there. So that there's that. People have agency.
So I want listeners to help us to make sense of the discussion by just telling us where they buy and why. All right.
To their decision.
Yes, I don't want you to tell me why you don't like somebody. It will become like, I don't buy from here because they still know. I don't want you to tell me where you buy and
your
why.
Your preference and the reason.
Usually when you say people should call people out, they respond more. So what I'm asking you this morning, if you can help me please, is to say, okay, Bernard, I buy from this particular station because it's very close to my house, or it's close to my office, or whatever reason, right? I want to know why, and I want to use that to test something about price
and consumer behavior or something.
There's something they call price consciousness, and then there's also something they call price sensitivity. So there are two different concepts. Price consciousness means that you are very much aware of price differentials, and it informs your decision as to where to buy. But price sensitivity means more like when there's a change in price, you shift. So if like somebody is selling this and they move their price, you go to the next person. All right. So how price sensitive are petroleum consumers? How price conscious? There are questions about information, right? So when you read those numbers, they write 10.23 or 9.52. What does that mean to you? Do you even know how that calculates to fill in your tank? And are you a gallon or liter person when it comes to petrol? Do you buy gallons or you buy liters or just buy amounts? Do you buy liters or gallons or amounts? If you're laughing, let me guess. If you buy amounts, mommy, 200 cedis.
No.
So when you go, you say, mommy, 3 gallons.
No, so I fill my tank.
So you are neither. You are neither gallons or fuel.
No,
you are neither gallons or liter or amount. Just
because the car has to be efficient for my purpose. So I fill the tank.
Wow.
And I move, and then when it goes
so when
down,
you get to a place, you fill it. You don't even say, mommy, hey, and they will scap out.
But wait, my car.
They should fill your tank irrespective of how much it costs.
If you drive a small car, it's like reasonable.
Yeah, but our cars are small, but we still just buy. But if you are buying, if you are not filling your tank and you're buying, would you buy in gallons, liters, or amount?
Definitely liters.
What I'm saying is, what do you tell the attendant?
No, that attendant, it's I communicate through amount.
Cash, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Most people do that.
Yeah.
I'm told that.
But the amounts have the liters. If you once you're a regular purchaser of fuel, you can tell that maybe 200 cedis is.
That's if the guy is honest, or if the thing is well calibrated. If the thing is not well calibrated,
that's also there.
It can be a problem, right? I used to think in gallons, but because we report in liters in news, I've sort of changed to liters. Right. But I buy in cedis. So I'm like, give me 500. What makes me know if things are hard or not is the car. I've had this car since 2021, and in the past I used to fill my tank for 400, and then it went to 500. It got to 600. It got to 720.
Jesus.
I think it's come down a bit to around 6 something. It's come down.
Yeah.
So I mean that's what I use when I fill the tank. The rough amount I use tells me whether fuel price have gone up or not. That's how I do it. All right.
So you also fill the tank.
Oh, sometimes I do. Sometimes I do, yes. Before we take your comments on this, we'll also discuss the controversy as to whether the MPA has set a price floor and whether they should remove it so that competition will play. Because don't forget, when they brought deregulation, when I started this journalism job, MPA was always talking because they had to determine fuel prices. And then they decided they were going to stop that. So they called it deregulation. And they said, people should display their prices. You choose where you would buy. So why are we not enjoying lower prices? Why is there a price floor? I heard Abbas Tasunti deny the presence of a price floor, but I don't think the head of Star Oil will say there's a price floor if there's none. Right? So I think they were playing technical jargon. There obviously is a price floor. All right. So I don't know whether it's the MPA that sets it or whether it's the chamber that sets it, but there's clearly some agreement around pricing, which in my view is collusion anyway, because people should sell on the basis of their cost build-up. And
no, but there's also competition, and in as much as we don't have competition laws, you also don't want people or OMCs to drop as low as they can. That will outcompete others.
So what? So we'll be happy. Do you know how much money they've made over us?
No, but we can't.
Fuel prices have led to many problems in this country. If for the first time in a long time, international prices are coming down, there's oversupply, Tor is coming on stream, Sinto is working, Dangote is not far away. We've suffered for long. We should enjoy it.
No, but prices are dropping. It's just that
they must fall. They must fall.
Beyond the floor.
They must fall. So I don't know why we are even arguing about this. The prices must come down.
They must come down.
Because we can save. Don't forget, part of the problems the transport people are causing us is because they are resisting the legitimate urge for them to lower their fares. And they are always changing the goalposts. First they said spare parts, then they said the roads. Now they are saying it's high demands from their masters. So you see, when fuel prices go up, the pass-through effect affects everything.
Yeah.
So when fuel prices come down, we must enjoy it.
Yes, sir.
You get it? So this price floor, I don't understand.
No, but you see, I think that to be fair, fuel prices are coming down. If transport operators or owners decide to be insincere and shift the goalpost, which in the past they would argue that it was because of fuel prices, and now they've shifted to spare parts, which doesn't even make sense because the exchange rate is not so bad. Then that is their insincerity.
No, they say is the demand that their car owners place on them. No, it's true.
There's a new reason.
No, yesterday on CNN, the guy said the car owners are demanding so much, so they have to do short trips. I'm telling you.
But you see, so that goes into our transportation issue.
Which is why fuel prices must keep falling.
Fuel prices are going down.
But they can go more. Because this whole thing started. This whole thing started when
there has to be fairness in the operation of business.
Fair to who?
fair to the businesses. You see, we can't only make a decision on the interest of the consumer. That's not supposed to say that the consumer's interest is not important.
Tech and social media trends. Edwin will give you the genesis of this discussion. The CEO of an OMC wrote on social media that his company could lower prices further were it not for the price floor that had been set. That's the whole genesis of the discussion.
Yes.
And I think I agree with what he's saying.
We all agree with him, but the question is, how does that play out in the industry? If he's able to do that and still break even or make profit, what's the impact on the next OMC?
He should design his business model to fit that.
Maybe perhaps that's why we need anti-competition laws.
If somebody decides to sell egg at 30 cedis a crate because his chickens lay every 2 weeks, and your chickens lay once a month, and you are selling yours for 50, can you say that because chickens lay every 2 weeks, you didn't sell at 30 cedis?
What I'm saying, Bernard, is that we have to protect the industry. Otherwise, you're going to allow a certain group of players to control the market. Okay, for instance, and that's the problem that we talk about. Okay. We complain that there are XYZ number of China malls who are selling things for really cheap, out-competing locals.
Yeah.
We are to do something about that. But imagine that's what we are asking for in the fuel space, so that the person who can go low is going to
I see where you are going with this, but I beg to differ slightly. Number one, these are two local companies, so that's number one. Both of them are vertically integrated, so there's no unfair competition. Both of them have BDCs who have OMCs. So basically, they are BDC who have OMC. So there's no inherent advantage. One is state-owned, one is private. That's number three. Number four, nobody's spoken about protecting the consumer, right? A lot of our companies protect themselves very well. I'm not talking of SMEs. A lot of our industries, they operate like cartels.
Yeah.
Economists call them oligopolies, right? The point is, they know how to fend for themselves. It's we who nobody cares about. So if for the first time in a long time the stars have aligned and we can buy petrol or fuel fuel at single digit, I know we have to protect industry, but the company will not collapse because they sell at 9.
So industry has to now come together and agree if they are going to lower the threshold, then but if you take the floor away and everybody is going to do as they please, somebody can sell fuel at 1 Ghana cedi and still make their profit, and others may lose out.
That's as my financial friend. Which one be your concern? Which one be your concern now?
But you see, that's why I'm saying that the decision cannot be solely on the interest of the consumer, which I'm not downplaying. But
it's not just the consumer, because lower fuel prices, lower cost of production of other things. So, for example, manufacturing companies, when diesel prices are low, diesel has a pass-through effect on construction, mining. So, if you see, it's to stimulate the economy.
True.
So for me, we shouldn't see it as just a consumer, because they are commercial consumers, they are industrial consumers, and then they are just regular consumers. I think that fuel price coming down is very good to generate or stimulate production of other sectors, right? If it is proven that selling below a certain price will destroy most of the companies, then I hold back. So I think it behoves on those who are sort of for the fuel price floor to prove to us by hard calculations that selling below a certain price is unsustainable. Until that calculation is done, I don't think I support this price floor. I do not think so. Let's take a break. Let's bring you tech and social media trends. Don't forget the question for the audience or for the listener. Where do you buy fuel and why? We don't want you to choke anybody. We don't want you to choke anybody. Tech and social media trends is next and is brought to us by First Bank.
Yes. First Bank is letting you bank from the comfort of your home. Banking like never before is what you get when you download the First mobile app or quick banking. When you do quick banking with the short code *894#. Make real-time transactions with First Mobile or quick banking *894#. Enjoy fast, secure, convenient banking anytime, anywhere. Instant airtime data purchase, fund transfer to and from Momo wallets, inter and intra-bank transfers, plus much more. Download the First Mobile mobile app from the Apple App Store or Google Play Store. Simply dial *894#, follow the prompt, join thousands of customers and join seamless banking. 0596 921 921 is the number to call. First Solutions at firstbankgroup.com is the email. First Bank, you first.
Thank you. So Edwin Kwakufe has the details. Edwin.
Hello, good morning, Bernard. So
Morning.
I want to start with a very disturbing story of Fela McCarthy, who recently posted a video of her 5-year-old daughter on social media. And then one of the comments by a social media user was very disturbing, very pedophilic, should I put it that way. And obviously people condemned the person who made that comment. The person subsequently apologized, but then Fela McCarthy, very upset, says she's asked her legal team to go into the matter and deal with it. Obviously, it's a really bad issue. The person seems to have deactivated their X account. Yeah, but it's important that they are found and punished, because it was a terrible comment that they made. And as Fela McCarthy makes the point in her statement, these words could hurt such a young girl who is growing up. If she sees it, it's not good at all for a person, her daughter in the first place. And it's not right for somebody to make such comments on social media. And so people obviously very, very upset with the comment that was made, criticizing him since yesterday. And they are pushing her to take the case legal, and obviously that's what she's done. So
wonderful.
Yeah, we'll be bringing updates from that as well. So the second topic, and I heard Caleb bring this up during the newspaper review of Dakoman, a taxi driver who foiled a robbery attempt by driving into the suspected robbers, who had apparently made away with 7,700 from a Momo vendor. One managed to escape, but the other was caught and beaten up by the people who were around, and then subsequently taken to the police station. So people are commending the taxi driver for his actions, obviously heroic, asking for the community to come together and pay for the repairs for his taxi, because he's done a really good thing for the Momo vendor and for the people in the community. But there's also talk about instant justice being meted out to people, because if you see the pictures, as Caleb was saying, of the robber who was left, it's a little sad. But I mean, you find it difficult feeling sympathy for somebody who robbed, but
the kind of thing he was trying to do with the Momo, to the Momo person.
Yeah, but still,
it's difficult.
Instant justice is not the answer. A person must be subjected to
but the driver did very well.
Yeah, the driver did very, very well. And
he should be awarded a medal.
He should be. And he's
foiling a broad day crime, risking his life.
Yes.
Really, really well done.
Yes, well done.
To the driver.
To a topic that you were just discussing.
Yep.
The fuel issue. And for people who don't understand what the price floor is, it's an amount that OMCs cannot sell below.
Yep.
So if the fuel floor is 9.50, no OMC can sell below that amount. However, the Star Oil MD is suggesting that the fuel prices can even go below the 9.50.
Particularly in the night season.
Yes.
He calls it dynamic pricing. So you can say our fuel station, when you come and buy between, say, 10 p.m. and 2 a.m., you will get at a lower price to attract the night economy. I think it's a very strong argument, honestly.
Yeah, it's a very strong argument, but it's prompting a war between Star Oil and Go, as you said, the two of the biggest OMCs in the country. So that's conversation is ongoing. People are taking sides. Obviously, most Ghanaians want to pay less and less for fuel. That's what they want.
Yeah, man. That's what we want.
That's what we want, as Caleb says. So a lot of people are backing the arguments that the prices could go lower, and I think you have to make a very strong argument against for people to go in your favor. So that's the.
There's an interesting article Samuel Akoma has written, where he calls for maintaining the price floor but making it smarter.
Making it smarter.
It's a nice read. If you go on Citi News.com, you see it. But we'll try and deal with that later on during the show.
Okay, so if you are looking for the article, you can go on our social media pages. We've shared that one as well, so you can find it there. And let's move on to some AFCON news. The AFCON may be over, but the fallout, we are still dealing with the fallout from that chaotic final. So CAF has condemned the sportsmanlike behavior of the players, the walk-off, the violence that occurred. And Morocco has also filed a complaint to CAF about Senegal walking off. Obviously, it's not going to change the result, but they feel it's something that must be addressed. And videos are starting to pop out. You know,
the tassel for the towel and stuff.
Yeah, the tassel for the towels, Edouard Mendy's towels, that's a big one. But also the trophy presentation.
What happened?
It seemed like the Moroccan officials who were supposed to present the trophy to the Senegal team, they didn't want to.
Sure.
So there was a standoff for a few. About a minute or so when they were trying to decide who was going to give the trophy to the Senegal team. Apparently he didn't want to because he was so upset. So a lot of
they also wanted to boycott the trophy ceremony.
Exactly. So a lot of these videos are coming out. So AFCON is still on the agenda worldwide actually. So final tech news. So OpenAI says it will start showing ads in ChatGPT.
The paid one or the free one?
The free one, yes, the free one. So it's become the latest in a list of companies to start introducing ads to their free platforms to generate revenue as well. So they promised everything would be free, no interruptions initially, but now they are also realizing that in order to make some money off the free users, they have to introduce some ads. Netflix did it. A number of
the product is free, you're the product.
Yeah, exactly.
Or if the platform is free, you're the product.
So that people obviously aren't happy about ads. No one ever is about ads, but you understand the need for the company to also try and make some money out of what they have.
Thank you, Edwin.
You're looking for a bank to rely on. Let me give you a shoulder to lie on. Would we see to bank if no lie? Only one place where I get my eye on. Make I introduce you all to First Bank, the best services in the world, first rank. Customer service, everything is well planned. I make music, I travel, I sell land. They be my reserve tank. Cause every time I know my money's safe. Universal banking ain't in me here on the date. I'm a busy person, me no many time to wait. Now you got to Spain, even when I'm in the States. My me blue shirt. Me tell me office a chilling, but who cares? Cause I bank with the best. I'm lucky, I'm too blessed. When it comes to First Bank, it's too west. Everything is you first.
Nobody feed do, I'm like us. Do I'm like us. First Bank will treat you first. Treat you first. Somebody see yeah. Think about you first. Think about you first.
You first. First Bank.
You know how much moms always say too much of everything is bad? But there's one too much mom actually approves of. Telecell's Too Much Broadband Bundle. This season, all you have to do is buy the 150 Ghana Cedis Too Much Broadband Bundle in addition to your main broadband plan and get 150% bonus data. That's right.
Simply buy the 150 Ghana Cedis Telecell Too Much Bundle in addition to your main broadband plan and receive 150% bonus data. Dial *900#, use the Telecell Play app or visit the Telecell website to buy now.
Telecell, connecting energies.
Hey, is it my TV or my eyes? Why? If you say everything clear past my future.
Oh, Charlie, it's not your eyes, it's the TCL C6K QD Mini LED TV.
With QD Mini LED technology, you get deep blacks, bright highlights, and colors so real. See, even the referee's board head, they shine.
Movies, football, gaming, every detail sharp like a new razor blade.
If your old TV they show blare blare, Charlie, it's time to upgrade.
Visit any Electroland Ghana shop for yours and enter the ongoing Achedia promo.
TCL C6K QD Mini LED TV.
TCL, inspire greatness.
We
We are officially sold out. 10 years of memories, 10 years of adventure, 10 years of culture and crazy good vibes. This March, we're turning it all the way up from the 1st to the 8th of March 2026. 8 days, 14 regions, 1 legendary caravan. Rolling out from Greater Accra through Eastern and OT, up north to the Northern and Upper East, and all the way to the Western region, hitting iconic destinations across Ghana. Expect non-stop fun, breathtaking views, deep cultural immersion, and unforgettable moments. This is more than a trip. It's culture in motion, adventure without limits. Pack your bags and get ready. 10 years of the Heritage Caravan, experiencing the sights and sounds of Ghana. You cannot miss this. The Heritage Caravan 2026 is powered by Channel 1 TV with support from Citi 97.3 FM. Terms and conditions apply. Heritage Caravan 2026. Experience Ghana like never before.
Challenge these days, new level crowd. Where did you pass?
Me, pass somewhere. I just switched for a better life. I switched for comfort. Look, your salary deserves better.
Switch?
Yeah.
How do you mean?
I switched my salary account to Fidelity Bank, and that's my jackpot. I get higher loan amounts with lower interest rates, as well as personalized financial support. They gave me a loan to expand my side hustle, and the terms are just flexible.
Wow.
Your salary deserves better.
Oh, my salary deserves better, Pa. You see the way you are smiling wide? Yes, I will switch and smile wider. Your salary deserves better. Switch to Fidelity Bank today and enjoy lower interest rate, car and home loan, personalized financial support, and a smile that lasts. Switch and smile wider. Fidelity Bank. Believe with us.
If I believe with us, Fidelity. If I know I lay your side, Fidelity.
Today, we hit the streets to ask Ghanaians, what would you do with free fuel for 1 year?
Oh, road trips with the girls every weekend.
That's extra savings to help fix my car.
Charlie, 1 whole year, I'll finally be able to visit my mom without worrying about the distance.
This season, it's feeling after filling from Shell with new and improved fuels so you can do the things you love. Buy 300 Ghana cedis or more worth of new and improved Shell fuels and stand a chance to win. Free fuel for 1 month, 3 months, 6 months, or even 1 year. It's time to try the new and improved Shell fuels with additives that deliver efficiency, cleaning, protection, and performance. Don't miss out. Fill up with new and improved Shell fuels and get rewarded. Promo runs till the 28th of February 2026. T's and C's apply.
New and improved Shell fuels. Simply better by far.
In red, and it goes towards Lovren.
Echo. I hear say you be football encyclopedia. Name 2 countries that dominated football back to back. Italy and Brazil, legends. You deserve to see the ultimate football experience live and colored.
Enterprise Insurance Insurna Chile promo is now bigger. Just buy or renew your motor insurance for a chance to enjoy the ultimate football experience live. Feely. Hurry now.
Enterprise Insurance, I'm on my way.
Buy or renew your motor insurance and stand a chance to enjoy an all-expense-paid ultimate football experience. Plus, you get free fuel coupons, shopping vouchers, airtime, and data bundles. Promo runs from January to May 2026. This promo is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas Lottery platform. Terms and conditions apply. Enterprise Insurance, trusted for 102 years since 1924. Enterprise, your advantage.
Imagine a place where every child's laughter becomes a song.
A place where we can learn from animals, play and just be happy with mommy and daddy.
A place where hearts grow together. That place is Safari Eco Park. Here, amusement is the joy that unites us all.
Mommy, I can see the emus all the way up here on the canopy wall.
Careful, dear. There is more fun to be had.
This is my new friend. friend. Her name is Stripey, and the wildebeest is Sandy.
Hi, Stripey and Sandy.
With so much amusement like targets and obstacle games, ant caves, fantasy rides, and a vast range of wildlife.
What is this place?
This is an aviary, home to over 400 of the most vibrant birds in the world. The biggest aviary in West Africa.
Wow, the biggest?
Yes, and guess what? Open your palm.
Daddy, look, they are eating from my palm.
That's amazing.
I want to stay at Safari Eco Park. I don't want to go back to Ghana.
But honey, Safari Eco Park is in Ghana.
What?
How much did all of this cost, honey?
350 Ghana cedis for you and I. 250 for teenagers, 150 for kids, and absolutely free for children under 6.
We should have brought the kids here sooner.
I know.
Safari Eco Park is only 1 hour drive from Accra. It's unforgettable.
Join the conversation on the City Breakfast Show on Facebook at facebook.com/City97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/City973, and Instagram at instagram.com/City973 with the hashtag CityCBS.
This is the City Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
90 minutes past 8, your good energy journey just got better. Girl is offering discounts at selected stations nationwide while maintaining the quality that protects your engine to take you further. It's the same trusted fuel enhanced with XP3 additives. Girl continues to deliver quality fuels that serve the nation for over 60 years. Ya titi so to papa preko. Girl good energy. Thursday is the day for Crystal Ball. It's the biggest conference on business opportunity in Africa, hosted by AB and David. It's at 8:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. at Labadi Beach Hotel. It's on the theme, the Africa Opportunity. Time to take advantage. Go to crystalballafrica.com to subscribe. This event is in partnership with Citi FM and Joy FM. People are winning big on the 590 mobile just by dialing *959#. NLA has increased the playing time of your favorite 590 mobile from Mondays through Saturdays. Noon rush starts from 8:30 p.m. and closes at 1:25 p.m. Sunday Asida remains the same. Catch all the 590 mobile evening live draws from Monday special to Sunday Asida. It's broadcast on GTV 8 p.m. to 8:15 sharp. For more information, call 0308-249-477. 590 mobile Edawunsem. Got a big dream but not sure where to start? Heritage Christian University helps you grow it while pursuing your degree. Our scholar practitioner faculty will guide you solve real world challenges. Whether your passion lies in business, computing, health, psychology, media, or theology, HCU provides the path. Experience a university education that challenges you to pursue, dream, and achieve. HCU is a chartered university and accredited by GTech. Begin your journey with us. Call 020-229-8399. That's 020-229-8399. Heritage Christian University, educating compassionate entrepreneurial leaders.
Stories are all different. For some of us, it's the thrill of chasing our dreams, of opening our own shop. For others, we just want to tap our phones and pay for watching with no stress. Whatever your story is, Absa is ready with digital solutions, travel insurance, free international debit cards, flexible repayment options on loans, and countless other perks that actually match your ambition. So whatever chapter you're on, Absa says, we see your story matters, Absa. Now, why travel abroad when world-class education is right here in Ghana? At Lancaster University, Ghana, you will learn a British degree, develop employability skills, and enjoy a campus experience that inspires growth and confidence. Gain practical skills, global exposure, access to scholarships that make your dream degree even more achievable. Apply now and study with expert faculty trained to UK standards. For more information, visit lancaster.edu.gh. Admissions at lancaster.edu.gh. Call us 0248-656-274. Lancaster University, Ghana, the only British university campus in West Africa. So for years, owning a home felt far away, a dream for others but not for us. At Locust Estates, we believe every Ghanaian deserves comfort, dignity, and modern living. That's why we're building beautifully designed 3-bedroom townhouses, safe, secure, and community focused, with a clubhouse, gym, swimming pool, and a 24/7 security. And if you want more, from premium family homes to stylish apartments, Locust Estates gives you smart design at prime locations. 0200 557 704 is the number to call. www.locusestate.com is where to visit. It's an award-winning Ghanaian focus built for you. Locust Estates, modern living made possible.
So, Kaka, we asked listeners to tell us where they buy fuel and why. We didn't want them to choke people. We just wanted you to tell us where you buy fuel and why. You get a point, right? Yeah. So we are looking for positive information. So let's read some. Okay, so then I'll read something to you on the price war that's evolved between the two leading OMCs.
Yeah, I thought I should just give you some quick information.
Yes, after the comments.
Okay, Robinson Anani of Odumai says, I usually buy from Zain because of price. Bernard, I buy from Shell.
Is it Zain or Zen?
Zain.
The spelled is Z-A-I-N?
Yeah, but this written like Z-A-I-N.
Yeah, okay, maybe there's Zain somewhere. Maybe it's in some part of the country.
Zen.
They meant to type Zen.
Fred, when you travel to parts of country, you see
that's the thing.
Actually, some oil marketing company I've seen in this country. Anyway, when you go on the Bolga Navrongo Road, some of the oil station names that I've seen on that road. Or when you're on Heritage Caravan and you're on the Eastern Corridor. Charlie? You go on. I don't want to mention the names here.
Bernard, I buy from Shell because my company subscribes to their Shell card services.
That's so.
Yvonne from Tema says, good morning, Bernard and team. I buy from Star Oil because of price and quality, and I could drive long distances just to buy from them.
Okay.
Is there Godfred will assist. That's Yvonne. Dear CBS team, please, I buy from Star Oil and I will keep buying from Star Oil. It's affordable and has many outlets within my proximity. This is David from Adenta. Owusu Echao in Abelimpe says, good morning, Bernard. Quality fuel and excellent customer service are my primary drive when it comes to where I purchase fuel. I stick with Icon Energy because they give me value for money. Good morning, team. My preference has always been Star Oil. I have been using their services in the last 5 years. Good morning, Bernard and team. I buy from Shell and Total and I fill my tank immediately I hit my quarter tank mark. I hardly pay attention to the price because irrespective of the price, I need the fuel for work as my job requires a lot of movement, and that's from Akosia. Here's another one. Good morning, Bernard and team. I am a Bolt driver, and because fuel is a key contributor to my profit margins, I also consider the efficiency of my engine. So I do a mixture of Zen because it's cheaper and Shell for engine efficiency.
Wow.
So I buy 250 Ghana City Shell, and
mixing.
as it goes down, I top up with Zen. I repeat this every day. This is Mike from Kaswa. Good morning, CBS. I mostly buy from Goil. Reason, because it's Ghanaian owned, which translates into funds, retention, and circulation in Ghana. And also their products are reasonably priced. I'm both price conscious and price sensitive.
Correct.
They should allow us to enjoy the price floors once the economic climate has presented itself before it changes to price ceiling levels, which they are quick to adjust the higher prices. That's Dennis Kale from La. Yes, another message. I'm Frank from Kukurantumi. Diesel, new Tafo Achim Total, that's good mileage, lasts longer.
Okay.
Petrol, Goil, Bonso, accurate dispensing.
This guy's prepare off.
LPG, LPG, Jumapo, before the police barrier, Willis Place. Accurate dispensing lasts longer.
You know.
Yes, another person.
This is a proper economist. He's giving you the reason. Go back to the thing. So for the first one, there's what?
So he says for diesel, he goes to new Tafo Achim Total for good mileage and it lasts longer.
And then petrol.
And for petrol, he buys from Goil at Bunso because of accurate dispensing. I wonder how it's measured.
And then LPG.
LPG, he says he goes to Jumapo before the police barrier, Willis Place. And it's because it's accurate dispensing and it lasts longer.
No, Frank from Kukrin to me.
Hey.
You have to Pepeni in Quante.
Does he go with the jelly can or something?
And Cantebu.
Cantebu.
Yeah, in Pepeni. They said if you want to, you know, Professor, what's the name of the guy? Professor
Bob Watson.
No, Professor Asamoah Jedu. He said he used to teach in some school, and then he asked people to translate. Or they went to write on the board that every subject is study. The tree translation is easy. So math is Nkunta something. English is Brofo. And then something. Economics they said Pepeni for Jadi.
That was during the
Penny for Jadi or something. Pepe for Jadi. Yes. Economics is a chisel versus.
It's for the mice anyway.
Good morning, when he was installing Professor Babwati as VC of Methodist University, a very beautiful story he told. He was an economics teacher in some school. Penny Jadi.
This person says that he drives a Mitsubishi 1200. I used to buy 900 Ghana cedis to fill my tank every week, and I buy from Shell. Now, full tank is a little over 700 Ghana cedis.
So let me give you a quick background to this controversy before Sky comes in. So Finance Skills Hub, who have been working with us on training, in fact, they're working with our team. They did some very good work 4 days ago. The start of a full-blown fuel price war in 2026. So he gives the background. The dawn of January 16, 2026, which is just 4 days ago, marked a historic turning point for Ghanaian consumers as petrol prices broke the single-digit barrier for the first time in a long period. This milestone was reached when GOIL slashed its petrol price to 9 cedis 99 pesos per litre at 150 selected stations, only to be undercut hours later by Star Oil, which dropped its price to 9 cedi 97 pesos per litre. Driven by a 5.71% appreciation of the Ghana cedi and falling international product prices, this shift triggered what the Chamber of Petroleum Consumers has termed, quote, a full-blown price war, unquote. The rivalry between GOIL and Star represents a fundamental shift in market strategy, where companies are now prioritizing high sales volumes over high profit margins. Right. Very important point. Now he describes Star as the aggressive disruptor. Star Oil has evolved from serving underserved rural communities to becoming Ghana's market leader, boasting an extraordinary 805% sales growth between 2020 and 2025. Its least cost competitive strategy is powered by proprietary online software that eliminates forecourt losses and unauthorized sales, allowing it to pass savings directly to consumers. The national defender GOIL. The state-owned giant GOIL has responded to Star Oil's ambush, quote-unquote, by leveraging its massive retail network to offer promotional discounts. GOIL views these aggressive price cuts as a core responsibility to provide consumer relief and support the government's broader economic recovery efforts. So GOIL also reduced price. The intensity of the competition is most visible in the speed of the pricing adjustments. On January 16, GOIL implemented its reduction at 6 a.m. and Star responded with its own cut by 8 a.m. the same morning. Industry analysts suggest this rapid back and forth is a direct result of increased price sensitivity among consumers who now favor brands that offer even a few pesos of savings. Furthermore, the G4O program has played a crucial role in this dynamic by weakening the link between global fuel price volatility and the exchange rate, accounting for an estimated 10 to 24% reduction in pump prices. This economic environment has allowed both OMCs to sustain a price war that COPEC describes as the best thing the Ghanaian consumer can get. Now, this morning we read two stories where, on one hand, the IES seems to think that there should be a maintenance of a certain price floor. COPEC thinks it should be removed. Sky, what did you want to add?
Yes, so I got a call and some education from an authority who understands the space. And the explanation is that stricto sensu, or strictly speaking, we do not have a price floor to which we hold people and say, OMC, this is where your prices should not go below. But rather, it is an indicator of how much further down you cannot go if you are reducing fuel prices. Because the MPA has factored everything there needs to be factored into determining what the floor should be. The tariffs you need to pay, the margins you have to pay, and possibly adding something for profit and all of that. So that it is aimed at achieving a number of things, particularly two. You have mentioned one already, but one is that it is to prevent smuggling.
Okay.
Because if people smuggle fuel into the country, what is likely to happen is that because they are not paying taxes or they are not paying levies, they are likely to sell fuel to consumers at a cheaper, price.
I get it.
Which means that if Kofi goes to import fuel into the country,
he doesn't go through all the processes.
Exactly.
He can sell very low.
Exactly.
I think that's the point you were trying to make that I wasn't listening.
Which undercuts the market.
Okay.
Yeah, which is bad for the country because we are not getting revenue and related matters.
Correct.
The other fact is that it is aimed at protecting consumers. Because again, people are sometimes unscrupulous. So what they do is they may bring in fuel and then dilute it with all kinds of things so that they make enough margins. So this floor is basically an indicator of, if you put everything together, any OMC that is selling below that would have to account to the NPA as to why, given all the metrics that go into determining what the price should be, they are selling below that.
So that's well understood.
Exactly.
But the post that the MD of Star made a few days ago, which suggested that they could do dynamic pricing by selling lower than what they were currently selling at some specific times, like the night. That price they would have sold would still have been above the price floor, right? So I'm wondering why he then made that post then. If he's saying that if it wasn't for the price floor, right? Because now they sell at 9.97. I am told that the price floor is 9.80.
Which is just a little below.
It's a lot. Because from 9.97, you can come all the way to 9.965, all the way to 9.90.
Okay.
You can come to 9.89.
Okay.
So it's almost, if you do the calculation in terms of pesos, that's about 17 pesos above the price floor.
Okay.
So what is the big fuss? There's a lot of space to go down. If my understanding of the current price floor is to be correct, which is 80 pesos per liter, he should sell. He should come down more. Nobody's preventing him unless I misunderstand the post. Do you understand? Because you've explained to me what the price floor is, and we understand there should be a price floor. Of course, COPEC didn't agree. They felt like price floors should be removed entirely. But you've explained it, and I think I sort of agree with you. But my point is that currently, Star is selling at 9.97. Gold is selling at 9.99. And by the way, we posted, as of January, the average price. I still think the differentials are too high. Let me show you something.
Okay.
So, again, we are not here to push somebody's brand or to destroy somebody's brand. But this is what the Citi Business Desk has put out. Fuel prices as of the second window of January 2026. All right. For petrol, gold is 9.99. Okay, let's start from the lowest. Star is 9.97. Gold is 9.99. Zen is 10.52. Shell and Total are 11.68. So they are having Charlie. Now let's come to diesel. Star is 10.97. Gold is 11.21. Zen is 11.68. Both Total and Shell 12.38. So clearly, Star is the low price. Gold is competing with Star, but slightly higher in diesel. Zen is like the middle ground, and then the large ones, the foreign-owned ones, seem to be higher price. What baffles me is that in a deregulated market, it's not a perfect competition. But I'm still surprised at the large price differentials, because think about it, 9.97 for the lowest and 11.68. Right, that's about 1 Cedi 50% gap. Because that's a little over 1 Cedi, almost one Cedi 70% difference between the lowest and the highest on the market. And I'm not sure I even have the highest here.
Okay.
The industry needs to answer why. So okay.
Will overheads explain it away?
So from the analysis we read, the market leader has a strong distribution outlet. Number two, they have proprietary software which helps them cut losses at the station.
Okay.
I also think because they used to be a BDC, they've just forward integrated, right? So it makes it easier. So they have internal transfer pricing. I think that's the reason why Gold also has Go, which is a BDC as well. So, but I still feel like the differentials are very wide for a small market like this. All right, that's for the industry people to answer. Maybe their calculations Abbas will do to tell me that in some countries the disparities are even more. Number two, is there a quality perception issue? Okay. Number three, how can a company consistently sell at 1 CD 50 pesos higher than the lowest in the market and still make money and not be collapsed? These are questions that we need to ask. All right. Maybe the industry people can come and explain to us how that is possible, because usually there is a certain alignment of prices, particularly in a market which has information transparency. All right. The only way you can have such high price differentials is when there's information asymmetry, where people don't know that
this is what's happening.
You get it? But from the way people are even tweeting, people actually know. Okay. Could it be so? The only, and this is me now doing. I'm conjecturing now.
Yeah,
the only possible reason why some of the foreign-owned companies can sell high, I think there are two possible reasons. They have a big base because they are foreign-owned. So maybe when the group looks at the way it spreads its overheads across countries, Ghana can still be okay. Number two, there may be a quality perception issue where Ghanaians will still patronize them because they feel like these companies, their fuel is clean and healthy because they advertise on the basis of quality. Number three, maybe there are perceptions that the people don't mix and they don't steal. So, for example, and number four, they have strong relationship with other corporates, right? So somebody can say, somebody's selling at 11.6. I'll still buy from him because I know that for this group of cars I've bought,
there's quality.
I don't want to experiment with this brand because maybe they may be mixing. All right. Again, larger companies like Shell and Total, because of where they are from, are able to strike deals with large companies. So maybe a French company that does something can decide that all their companies will buy fuel from Total.
Yeah.
All right. So it's like their base is covered. Right. All right. Of course, Gold 2 gets the same advantage for Ghanaian government companies, but we don't know whether. So it's a multiplicity of reasons. But yeah, I think the last. Okay, first.
So what I'm getting is that the difference can be attributed to margin need and investment commitments. So that is one. And then the highest pricing is attributable to brand perception.
Which is what I was trying to say.
Which is what you were trying to say. So, people perceive certain brands to offer certain returns in terms of quality. And there's an assurance that if you take your vehicle there, you're driving, BMW, 5 Series or 7 Series, and you don't want to experiment with what kind of fuel goes into the vehicle. You are buying Excellium. You want to be sure that this thing, when it goes in, there's no problem. So you go to a particular station to buy that. You don't want to go to the Quancheng, fuel stations where there'll be a problem because there's suspicion that something may well be happening.
I am not an expert in the industry, so I'm just using basic economic principles. I think that there needs to be stronger regulation of the downstream petroleum for a number of reasons.
Even after deregulation.
The deregulation, in my view, was a cop-out.
Okay.
What the government realized was that fuel prices were hurting political fortunes of governing parties. So they decided to create, in my view, an illusion of a deregulation, where they would say because there's no industry that's not regulated. So they basically say we have deregulated. They took away the responsibility of prescribing a price, but they gave a band that is it's almost like the PURC. They gave a band below which you can't sell, above which you can't sell. So it's almost like we are not going to tell you what exact price to sell, but you can't go beyond this corridor. So it's, in my view, so deregulation to an extent. Okay. Now this is my view. Regulation should not just be about price. Deregulation. Regulation itself is a big area which includes competitive behavior. Right? Why do countries in the West always find Google and Facebook and these companies? They say you are behaving in an anti-competitive way. Your search engines dominate. you deliberately use your access to search engines to disadvantage other players in the market.
Okay. There are competition
Now,
laws.
in any market, so let's take let's take power. Somebody generates, somebody transmits, somebody distributes. Okay. In our country, what we have is bulk distribution companies who go and lift finished product. All right. Now, if I'm a BDC, I think, of course, it's the horse has left the stable. For a BDC to become an OMC, it's a very big thing. Because if I'm an OMC who doesn't have a BDC, I'm disadvantaged. Because if Sky goes to lift crude from wherever he lifts it, using his own vessel or pays for the vessel, he can decide that he will sell to his OMC at maybe 8 cedis, 90 pesos. Caleb, who doesn't have a BDC, has to pay Godfred 9 cedi, 50 pesos for the same product. So BDCs becoming OMCs itself is anti-competitive. But the state-owned company does it, private companies also do it. So have you noticed that the ones that are supposedly charging lower, they all have their own BDCs? That's number one. Number two, the whole BDC system, I don't think it's long-term developmental. Why? Africa has a lot of crude oil reserves, yet we have the lowest refinery capacity anywhere in the world. Most refineries are not based on the continent. Nigeria and Angola are two of the world's largest oil producing countries, yet their ability to refine is very low. Okay, we have created a system where companies go and lift finished, so we export crude oil and we go and buy finished product, for which reason our tour has not worked for many years. Dangote has decided to set up a refinery. He's fighting his own regulator because the regulator wants to destroy him, in a sense, essentially. Why? Because there's a vested interest in keeping the Nigerian economy as an exporter of crude. So you can say the same thing for Tor. So I think BDCs have played their role, but BDCs are not the long-term energy sovereignty solution for any serious country. Do you understand me? So it's good we have BDCs who have now entered downstream, but maybe they should also enter refinery. If I were a government, I would say the 4 or 5 largest BDCs and OMCs buy shares in Tor. Come and let's work and make Tor work. We'll make a law, but buy 30% of your petrol from Tor, so Tor can also stand. That's what strategic leaders do. You don't create a system where people just, yes, because what if a war occurs, Venezuela doesn't produce, America stops producing, Iran doesn't produce, Saudi doesn't produce? What do we do? Should we die? Don't you think that our 10 and Sankofa, we should go to refine it here? Don't you think that strategically having a refinery in your country that works is for your own energy sovereignty? Do you need to go to school to know this? So to sit down for 30 years and not have a proper functioning refinery, and now that Tor is working, I think the government should have a conversation with the BDCs and the OMCs, because we have to make sure that Tor's survival is not a 9-day wonder, that it doesn't happen after 2 years and it goes back to square one. How do you ensure that? Tor must be competitive. How do they get competitive? If BDCs can go and lift at a price that is lower than how much Tor can sell, Tor cannot survive. So the country must discriminate to support its own survival. That's what countries do. So this conversation around price, this thing, I even think is not the main issue. The main issue is, what are you doing to make Ghana energy sovereign? What support are you giving to the Tema Oil Refinery to be a player in the conversation? What discussion are you having with Dangote as well? Because I think it would be cheaper to buy finished product from Lagos than to buy it from China. All things being equal. Of course, in Ghana, you can buy a cement bag from China. It's cheaper than the one made in Accra. So that's a whole miracle. But at least buying cement from Accra should be cheaper than buying it from China. Yet, based on all kinds of things, imported goods put on the ship from wherever are still cheaper than Ghana. So we have economic policy decisions which have undermined our independence and sovereignty. And I think, and thank God now there's information. We don't need to hide it in any jargon. You don't need to. What I'm saying, if I'm lying, tell me that you don't think that any serious country in the world refines its own oil. You should. Or at least have arrangements that make some of your oil refined. You don't own all your oil, but at least you are a shareholder in some of the oil that you drill. Imagine under COVID, ships cannot move because of COVID, and nobody's going to sell you fuel. What will you do? How can cars move? How can you work? You can't. The truth is that our country can be ground to a halt because we are not energy sovereign. And that is the question that should avert the mind of the energy minister. How do you ensure, despite competition, that our oil refinery is functional and competitive? How do you harness the financial might of our BDCs and OMCs to be placed? It's the same thing. It's like saying that don't export raw cashew or cocoa. The largest exporters of the raw material is like rice. Rice importers should be enjoined to invest in rice farms because they have the leverage, they have the money, right? It's not a poor farmer in Jelukope is going to do rice farming to feed Ghana. The guy who is importing 20 containers of rice and making large margins, he must be asked to go to a farm place to make a rice farm. Because if he can buy the rice, and by the way, the population in Thailand and Vietnam, they are growing. The young people don't want to farm, right? All the arable land is here. So we should be putting our people to work. But farmers cannot produce to feed us if there's no money to back them. So they all have the money in the agric. Sometimes we make politics look complicated. The trade minister, the agric minister, the energy minister, their mandate must be independence and sovereignty. That's what it is. Not making some industry people happy so they can give money to the party. That's not how you run a country. It's supposed to give us sovereignty. So Tor, Combat and Co, please write a memo to the energy minister and to the government that now that people have enough to reduce prices and they are making margins, they should invest in Tor. Because they've made a lot of money in the BDC business. Tor must never die. Tor must survive. There's another one called Sentu. It's a private sector one. It started working before Tor worked, but thank God Tor has started working. If we don't push this, in a year or two, they'll bring Tor back to his knees. You've covered this Tor thing for over 20 years, you know. It goes round and round. If we are not able to refine our own crude as part of our energy mix, we are not ready to survive. This is the lesson of the price competition. Let's read more comments. Time check 8:49.
I just want to mention quickly that there's something coming in that suggests that so the products are loaded from the same depot. So it's not like, these people go and load from their own depot, blah, blah. So the quality assurance is to be deemed to be across the board. Where the variations come in is where you are dealing with, say, you want a particular premium fuel. So maybe you want to buy.
Is he addressing the perception question?
Yeah, that's right. So
the perception question is not
around 95, or is it 95?
The perception about fuel quality, which leads to price, is not because one is lower. People perceive it to be so. Do you understand? It's not an objective reason. So people perceive maybe a certain brand to be quality. Therefore, they will pay 11.68 for it. It behoves on the guy selling at 9
to explain,
to demonstrate that
a better experience.
It's outlets, because the truth is that you may be doing the right thing at the depot, but some guy in the Kukurentumi place may be doing his own thing.
Yeah,
you get it.
Mixing things in.
These perceptions are brand reputations built over time. That's also equity. So whatever Shell or Total have done to have that perception is part of their strategy. So Goyle and Star and these other guys have to invest in building their brand, because the reason I'll buy Caveman watch is because I like the brand and I respect the brand. So brand building is a legitimate strategy as well. So it's not because we are saying you buy your product from a different place. People have a perception based on their experience with your brand, and you have to. I can't fix it for you. You have to fix it yourself. Right? So it's not an objective issue, and it's a subjective issue. But the price is objective. Luckily, Ghanaians are very price sensitive. So now people are looking for outlets that sell cheaper. So long may it continue. But the strategic issues must not be forgotten. Caleb, read some comment for us.
So Bernard, I just bought from the Bachunagol service station. I enjoyed discounted prices and I was served with some hot breakfast, double satisfaction, full tank on a full belly.
Charlie, what breakfast was that?
He said it was hot, but he didn't let us know whether it was, Cockney or Usajungbo. Good morning, Bernard. I buy from Icon and Star Oil. Hafiz from Teshi Estate. He's an Uber driver. He sent that message. I buy from JP quality due to the quality of fuel they give. Their fuel is infused with additives that clean your engine. They continue to deliver quality customer service and have the most competitive price in Ghana now. Julius sent that.
That's right. You know, as a member of staff.
Looks like something.
No, we said that people should no shaming. Today only praising.
Well, the fact that he knows they add additives that cleans the engine.
That means that the consumer. I think it's
potentially an indirect marketing.
Okay.
Instead of a customer sharing.
Julius, I buy from Girl because of their quality and I get longer mileage compared to some other OMCs. Their prices are reasonable as well. I remember when they sold around 95 at no extra cost. Joey sent that from Abeka. Good morning, Citi. I aim at the lowest liter price at the pump to buy because I want more fuel. I'm Kelly at Blue Rose Estate, Buduburam Camp. Kojo Ray sending us a message. He says, I used to buy from other fuel stations always. I checked the engine sign on the dashboard. Then my mechanic advised me to use Guel. So I always fill up at Guel. Mamole branch off Anyapu Kwasi Road. They have some restaurant in there. Then I get my early morning coffee from before getting to the office. I will always choose Guel because I am assured of high quality with additives in their products. Okay, right. Good morning, CBS. Amamole Guel has been giving breakfast to customers for some time now. In fact, on a regular basis.
When would that breakfast reach us?
You have to drive there.
What kind of breakfast, Robert? Is it probably your boy and
who's that?
Are you
who's that?
Wow.
Over the years, Guel has been a known, trusted, and consistent brand. The quality of its fuel is high compared to other brands that sell at very low prices at the pumps, but their fuel quality is suspect. Buy quality over quantity. Keep your engine life longer. I buy my fuel always at Guel, and now that their price for super and diesel is low, I'll do so even more.
Whilst we've been on air, somebody sent me the Shell retail outlet who are selling super for 10.99. You know, initially I read 11.68. Yes. So I don't know whether this was changed today, but 10.99 is the super. But V Power is 13.09. But super is the basic premium motor spirit.
We like it.
That's what it's called, super. Diesel is 11.99. Here's another one. Ben, I'm listening to you this morning on the fuel price. I just passed by a JP while listening to you, and the price at 9.89, even below Star Oil. Ooh. The thing with JP is that they don't have that many outlets. Right. So you can't, in terms of competition, even though they may sell at below the 9.97 that Star is selling, because the outlets are not that many.
You have to drive along.
It may not make that much of an impact. Right. But Star has grown its outlets aggressively.
A vast network.
And so you see Star go. I mean, to be fair, when you go on Goil, one with the Caravan, you see Goil everywhere. Yeah. But Star has also grown very significantly. Amos says, I buy from Star after switching from Goil. I support the CEO of Star, but to say that selling fuel in the night, not to support the economy, but due to low temperatures. Okay, that's an interesting one.
Yeah,
do you know that when you sell fuel, when you buy fuel at midday and the sun is up, a lot of evaporation takes place, so you don't get the full quantity. But if you bought at a cool temperature, you get the full thing.
Yeah.
So, but that's the point, right? So you can sell at night at a cheaper price.
Yeah, so you have to.
But what prevents him from doing that? I fail to understand the problem here. Yeah, because if you are selling at 9.97, your price was 9.80.
Night at a cheaper. No.
No, my point is that you see, at night. And by the way, when you buy in the day, what I'm told is that because the temperature is high, you may lose some. I don't know whether that loss affects both the buyer and the seller, right? But in the night, when they dispense, because the temperatures are cool, the product is a bit more stable, and therefore both of them benefit.
I think it will be the buyer who will be losing, because you're dispensing directly from the tank, right? And it's gone through the pump before it reaches.
So who loses in the day? The buyer, you mean?
It'll be the buyer who is losing.
Yeah, but okay, my question is how can you sell
because the oil would
at
night?
So what I'm asking is that what advantage does the seller have? Is it just using the selling at a lower price at night to encourage people who drive at night to come to their outlets, or is it because when he sells at night, he loses less and therefore he wants to sell more at night? I don't understand that.
That would make sense because if you're selling at night, then the fuel is more condensed, and so it's the advantage is for the buyer. So it's deemed as the seller may lose, but I think that it balances out because you're selling at daytime as well.
You're making so much money. So you compensate.
Exactly. So what you sell, if you the seller lose more during the night, you're going to get that back during the day around midday when the fuel is thinner. Yeah.
Or maybe because they have a lot of outlets, if they sell at night and they don't have enough patronage at night, the cost of keeping the outlet open at night is high. Do you understand me? So if, for example, because I have 150 outlets and maybe 50% of them sell at night, as against my competitor who doesn't sell at night because they close, I would want more people to come at night so that if I keep even 2 attendants at night, the amount of fuel I sell justifies the pay I pay them. Do you get it? So those who have invested in fuel outlets, some of which operate at night, would want to attract night buyers to justify their operation at night.
So make business.
You get it? Because if I sell at night and only 3 people come and buy, why should I keep a whole person there the whole night for just 3 people?
But in this day and age where, people are doing away with, attendance, do we still need attendance in Ghana? Of course, I understand the issue of jobs. Yes, people need to be given jobs. And when we're making decisions like that, we should take that into consideration. But strictly speaking, I mean, do we still need fuel attendants just to go pump when the person buying can actually do that, pay with a card and move on to the next thing?
Sky, I was thinking about this from a different angle today. I don't remember the example it was, but there was something I did this week that didn't require me to talk to any person.
Okay.
I don't remember the transaction it was. I don't know whether it was a bank or something. And I was asking myself, the benefit I get and the convenience I get, is that good for an economy or bad for the economy in comparison to a person doing that work and being paid? My understanding from the literature and from those who I've spoken to is that eventually an economy benefits from efficiency. So if we even say that in the short term 100 people will lose their jobs as fuel dispensers, you can train them to work in the back end to program the system so that even when I can buy without them, they will still get a job. So it disrupts initially, right? So initially, and of course, so for me, the key is value for the customer is the real issue. Not because you don't want somebody to lose his job. What tends to happen is that technology disrupts employment temporarily, but there's also always room for retraining. I'm trying to remember the example of what it was I did this week, which didn't require. It's something I used to struggle with, where somebody had to help me, but now I just go and do it. I don't know what else I paid. I don't know, but something. It's very similar. When I'm in the UK and I'm going to buy fuel, we drive to the dispensing place, we dispense ourselves, and we go into the room, and sometimes we pay with card, or sometimes we even pay without anybody being there.
Exactly.
Okay. So it's efficient for us. But in Ghana, the challenge is companies don't train and they don't think long term. There's no good regulation. So if a company has a system that can eliminate human beings, people are going to lose their jobs permanently. Whereas what should be done is to say, okay, this technology we are bringing, even though you won't be a fuel dispenser, you can be taught basic backroom work or call center work or something else.
Calibration or whatever.
Do you get it? So that even though you wouldn't stand there at night to dispense and even steal from somebody, you will still have a job which is actually also adding value, because the truth is that if I'm able to do that transaction shorter, right? If I'm able to do that transaction quicker, then I can work faster and economy benefits more.
Right.
All right. So we always hamper progress by saying, oh, let people keep their jobs. All right. So if it takes me 3 hours to get to a place, I'm not productive. If I'm not productive, I can't do other value-added things that will make the economy grow faster. So even though you are paying a fuel attendant to sell me that fuel,
1,005,
you get it. It's like bank transactions. I'm able to do a transaction on my phone without going to a bank. That may mean that a teller will lose his job. But the speed with which I'm able to make those payments, so let's assume somebody has to pay their university fee before tomorrow deadline. In the olden days, if I don't get to the bank by 4 o'clock, the person may lose their
spot.
Today, I remember the example. Yesterday, the light went off as I finished watching Point of View around 3 minutes to end of Point of View. My light went off. Where I was staying in the past, I had to take a card and go. There was a day my fuel got, ECG got finished.
Credit.
I went to some corner.
Allah.
There was only one outlet that was selling with a card. Before I went to buy and came back and put on the meter. Now they gave me a device, which when I have an app on my phone. So I go to the app, I buy the amount, it gives me a token. I type it into the device. So yesterday I bought power sitting in my hall because I had internet connection. Good, that's the example I was going to give. So in a sense, people who do ECG credits may lose their job. But compare me having to drive for 1 hour looking for an outlet at night. I could be attacked by robbers.
Yes.
My kids cannot sleep because of heat. The benefit I was able to buy that thing in 2 minutes gives the overall economy of Ghana. It's better than that person sitting there being chewed by mosquitoes for me to come at night. Okay, so your fuel outlet question is a legitimate question. We should not be afraid of technology. What we should do is to say the guys who are selling that card in the night should be trained to do something else.
Yeah.
Because who benefits by me driving around circle looking for ECG to buy when I can buy it on my phone? All right. We should not let the fear of job losses prevent us from making companies more efficient, but we should be human-centered, and companies should have policies around retrenchment, retraining, and rehiring. I think that's the solution. It's the same as AI. Can we do away with the journalists? No. But the journalist can learn how to deploy it to make his work better. We should not say that fewer attendants. It's like the thing at the toll booth.
Yeah, the toll that we pay.
Traffic, because somebody's taking 50 pesos from me. When I get to Legon, I have a card. Legon gate opens for me. Nobody is there. The person who would have been standing there taking the 50 pesos and not even reporting it, he may be doing something else with his life. So I used to be worried about technology, but now I'm quite open.
Beautiful.
Caleb, please help me with some couple of quick announcements. I have 2 big interviews coming up. The second one is Effective Living Series, where we are dealing with business systems. That's day 2 of our week 3. Before that, Crystal Ball is happening big time. It's happening on Thursday, and we will be speaking to the team from AB and David about why he must be at the 2026 Crystal Ball. David Ofosudote will do his annual predictions. Sky,
yeah,
I want you to be at the Crystal Ball this year because I want David to tell me what will happen between US and Europe.
That's a difficult.
It's a big matter.
It is a big.
You know, and David on Thursday, I'll moderate a session where he will sort of point to the key possible trends for 2026. So it's something that's very interesting. Caleb, tell me about Omnibasic.
So Omnibasic Bank says, hello Ghana, something big is coming 21st February 2026. Look forward to it. Omnibasic Bank is not just another bank. Now, when the world gathers for greatness, one name leads the way. Litina Travels. Litina Travels is taking Team Ghana to the biggest global football event on the planet, happening in America, Canada, and Mexico. Join the Litina 2-in-1 experience, uniting the world-class football and global business in one unforgettable journey. Your Litina Travels package includes visa to watch all 3 group stage matches, 3 official match tickets, return charter flights, hotel accommodation, travel insurance. In fact, everything that's got to do with your safe travel and return, Litina has got you. It's history in motion. It's not just a trip, it's football, it's opportunity. It's Litina Travels. 020-522-9553 is the number to call, or 050-667-6957. Visit Litina at Alisa Hotel North Ridge and secure your spot on this once in a lifetime journey. Litina Travels, your gateway to the 2026 Global Football Competition. So, hello, fellow Ghanaians. Did you know many insurance policyholders miss important updates every day? Don't let that be you. At Prudential Life Insurance Ghana, updating your email helps you stay informed and enjoy your benefits without delay. It's quick, easy, and secure, giving you faster service, timely notifications, and peace of mind. Plus, as a token of appreciation, you can receive a Prudential branded souvenir while stocks last. Simply present your verification email at any Prudential branch to collect it. So what are you waiting for? Dial *778#, choose option 6 and update your records with your email address at Prudential Life Insurance Ghana. Our reason is you, the customer. T&Cs apply.
There's a very interesting text I've received from a friend of mine. He says, Bernard, today be today.
Today be today.
The price floor is 9 cedi 80 pesos. But there are stations selling below 9 cedi 80 pesos. Amanfrom, Alinco Oil 9.78.
Alinco Oil.
Frontier 9.79. LC 9.75.
9.75.
Onyxma 9.79.
Sharp.
Don Alinco 9.78. Dodowa Alinco 9.75. If you look at the Alinco people,
no, they should come close to town small.
I don't know. So Teddy sending some very interesting comments. MPA, if you're listening, we are told that some OMCs are selling below the price floor, and they've given names: Dodowa, Alinco, and LC. Lolonyo, Bon, Alinco, and so Alinco seems to have a lot of space to sell below the price floor. What is the MP? Abbas, please take note of this comment that I've read. Bernard, please tell Sky that the breakfast will reach him soon. When we come back, we'll be talking. Charlie, the Alinco evidence has been brought to Alinco oil 9.78 super. Hey, Alinco. MPA, Alinco is doing Alinco things. So,
but today is the birthday of a guy called Dumpe.
Who is that?
He's a big man. He's a good dancer, great guy.
What's the most interesting name you've heard for an OMC? Go and think about it. Alinco is serious.
Alinco is in a comfortable lead.
And they are selling at 9.78. But sometimes there are some corners. It's like some of the OMC, they don't want to be in town.
No.
They like some areas.
No. They are sitting pretty in some
have to investigate
and terminate. No, brother, please, I'm told that there's a long vehicle that's stuck on the Accra motorway. And since last week Tuesday, it's causing unnecessary traffic. So authorities should please pay attention to that one.
We'll be right back. Stay with us.
This is the City Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
When you hit the road, anything can happen. Drive with motor insurance that's fast, reliable, and always there when it matters. Whether it is comprehensive motor insurance, third-party fire and theft, or third-party only, Provident Insurance will sort you out. Insure or renew from January to March and enjoy fuel coupons and exclusive branded souvenirs. Terms and conditions apply. Drive confident, drive protected. Visit any Provident Insurance branch nationwide, our agency outlets, or licensed brokers. You can also call 050-937-4928 for inquiries or visit providencegh.com for more information. Remember, Ghana card is required for individuals and TIN number for corporate clients and for all motor insurance transactions in line with NIC directives.
With Provident, plan your cover.
Looking for a burst of flavor in every sip? Discover the refreshing taste of Piva beverages. Enjoy the classic Piva Cola flavor, perfect fit anytime. How about a fruity adventure? Try our delightful Piva orange fruit drink packed with recognized citrus flavor. Craving something exotic? Our Piva cocktail fruit drink brings the tropics to you. For a sweet and juicy treat, grab our grapefruit drink and don't miss out on the refreshing Piva tangerine fruit drink, bursting with tangerine flavor. Piva Cola, Piva Orange, Piva Cocktail, Piva Grape, Piva Tangy. Grab yours today. Available now at your local store. Call us on 055-00-322-31. Piva, a taste you love. This advert is FDA approved.
P for Piva.
Is there anything better than winning a bet? Well, with Betway's world first bet influencer feature, there is now. When you place a bet with Betway, you will generate a unique code. By sharing these codes, you will earn 4% of every wager in cash. And when word starts spreading, the returns start rising. No matter the outcome, you can score big. It's easy to create your own codes. Choose your favorite teams and send to your friends anytime, anywhere. So, what are you waiting for? Start betting, sharing, and winning with Bet Influencer. Brought to you by Betway. Watch the next video for all the details. Terms and conditions apply. Regulated by the Gaming Commission of Ghana. No under 18. Bet the responsible way. Betway. Get way more.
Hey! Menasini Ella! The thrill is back! The hunt for the ultimate treasure returns with Camel Antiseptic Liquid. Buy any bottle, scratch the panel, and text the code to 1393. Buy more, find all 5 Camel letters, and be the winner of the 100,000 Ghana Cedis grand prize, plus amazing rewards from airtime, weekly cash, and monthly shopping sprees. So, keep playing and keep winning, because Aseti Ankasa promo ends 15th February 2026. Terms and conditions apply. Keep out of reach of children. This promo is run in collaboration with the NLA on the Caritas Lottery platform. This advert is FDA approved.
Join the conversation on the City Breakfast Show on Facebook at facebook.com/City97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/City973, and Instagram at instagram.com/City973 with the hashtag CityCBS.
All right, now it's 18 minutes past 9. Are you getting good insights from your data for decision making? Join the data analytics and AI revolution and empower your team to work smart, save time, and deliver insights from data using the world's most powerful business tools. So we're talking Microsoft Excel, Power BI, Google Gemini, and Copilot. Finex Skills Hub offers hands-on practical training to corporate and individuals in data analytics with Excel and Power BI, leveraging AI tools like Copilot and Gemini to help you improve productivity at the office. Indeed, they did the analysis I just read on the price war between the 2 leading companies. Now, reach out to Finex Skills Hub on this phone number for a training this January. 0244 782 358. The number again, 0244 782 356. So you can also visit their website, Finex Skills Hub, FINEXSKILLSHUB.com, to sign up for our corporate and individual training sessions. So Finex Skills Hub, learn, connect, and grow. So as I said, Crystal Ball is happening on Thursday, and it's organized by AB and David. All right, so what is Crystal Ball? What kind of event is it? And which kind of people can attend? What do they try to do? What will be different this year from previous years? Pauline Annaman is a coordinator for green transition, sustainability, and carbon market practice of AB and David Africa. Pauline, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Bernard.
Michael Apabila BY is the coordinator for public sector advisory and government business practice at the same company, AB and David. Michael, welcome. Good morning.
Good morning, David. Thank you.
Great to have you. So tell us about Crystal Ball Africa. What kind of event is it?
Okay. So good morning once again, Bernard, and good morning to your listeners.
Wonderful.
So Crystal Ball Africa is an annual Pan-African business event.
Good.
Which is organized at the beginning of every year.
Mm-hmm.
Gathers about 400 business people and policymakers to look at the things that will affect business in the new year.
Good.
And it's also a forum that affords policymakers the opportunity to interact with people who are already doing business in Africa or who intend to do business in Africa.
So you say it's an annual event, which suggests this is not the first time.
That is so.
How long has it been running?
Yeah, so we've been running, this is the 12th edition actually. We've been running Crystal Ball since 2015.
Amazing.
Yeah.
That's 12 years. So why is a law firm organizing a business event like this?
So AB and David is not just a law firm.
Mm-hmm.
We are a global law firm
Okay.
with Pan-African focus.
Wonderful.
And what we do is to help projects and businesses succeed in Africa.
Wonderful.
So as long as your business is in Africa,
Mhm.
we make sure that you succeed. And to succeed, we give value by helping you with insights that enable you to make decisions as businesses.
Mhm.
Governments also get support from us.
Mhm.
Various stakeholders get support from us.
Mhm.
And so this Crystal Ball event is our flagship program that enables businesses to have that kind of insight they need. And like Michael said, it is not done in June or April or September. It
When
is
the horse
done
has
in-
bolted.
Precisely. It's done in January for a reason.
Yeah, yeah.
It's strategy to
Mhm.
help businesses foresee and foretell what is to come, the risk they can overcome, and also the opportunities that they can take.
So, who can attend Crystal Ball Africa, and what is your target audience?
So every year we have a theme.
Mhm.
This year is the Africa opportunity, time to take advantage.
Mhm.
And we are looking at various topics, including critical minerals. We are looking at AI,
Mhm.
the perils and opportunities of AI for Africa.
Mhm.
We are looking at agribusiness. We are doing something on green finance and carbon markets. We are doing something on Africa focus. We have a panel that looks at the various sub-regions of Africa to talk about
Wonderful.
opportunities and trends. So for every year, depending on what we are doing,
Mhm.
we look at people who will benefit. So it's
Mm.
not just it's for everybody, but it's tailored.
Tailored for people
Yes.
who are interested in
Yes.
those sectors.
However,
Mhm.
we are interested in people who make decisions on business in the continent or who control the ecosystem that makes businesses thrive in Africa. These
Mm.
are the people we are looking at.
Those who make decisions or control the ecosystem that affect decisions.
Precisely.
Let's talk about participants, right? So it's not just a Ghana-focused or West Africa-focused conference.
At all.
Where are people coming from?
This year, people are coming from London, Canada. I mean, we've seen the registration list, and we have people coming from Canada, London, Bermuda, Barbados. We have people from South Africa, Senegal. We have Uganda, Zambia, Zimbabwe, Kenya.
So it's Pan-African, but also global. You
Yes,
have Caribbean,
yes,
Europe,
precisely.
North
We have
America,
China.
Chinese.
We have a panel focused on China because
Yes.
you know that the Chinese government has announced some, free trade arrangements, and government of Ghana is engaging. Other African countries are also engaging. So we want to discuss how businesses can take advantage. So on the panel, we have people from Singapore and China.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So what is different about Crystal Ball this year?
Okay, so Crystal Ball is a unique. In law, we'll call it sui generis. It's it's in a class of its own. Generally, because it provides opportunity for businesses to see the trends that may affect their bottom line and the issues that or opportunities they can take advantage of to increase their revenue. And it is done at the beginning of the year, and so that as companies finalize their strategies for the year, they are able to factor in the feedback from the insightful panel discussions. But then for this year, there are going to be specific discussions on key issues that are going to be trending this year.
Correct.
So businesses are going to, and the sessions are designed to cater for industry as well as policymakers. So it's going to be a rich discussion that serves everybody's tastes and preferences.
But Bernard, imagine that you are in a room where you have access to every information about Africa to make your decisions for the year. Wouldn't you like that?
I love it, actually.
So one of the exciting things is the first panel. People have to come early because the first panel will look at all the trends, the opportunities that are happening in Central Africa, Western Africa, Eastern Africa, and Southern Africa.
So there are regional blocks discussions.
Precisely, and there are people working on the ground with insights, and they are the ones coming to speak to us.
So it's a
about
conference that's very different from others. So you mentioned exhibitors are welcome.
Yes.
What kind of goods or products can be brought for the exhibition?
Yeah. So not only goods. Usually when you talk about exhibition, people only think about goods, but services are also welcome. So if you feel that your product or your service, you feel that it should be crossing the continent, Crystal Ball is the place to be. You can call Grace, our stakeholder relations officer, to book a slot. I hope it's not even too late now.
I like that.
And if you also want to network,
so if you produce something that you believe could do well beyond Ghana.
Yes.
A small booth there would help because then there are people coming from all over the continent.
Exactly.
Then you can establish a link. Maybe you want to open a branch or something. You can start that networking there.
Precisely.
So it's a business networking conference as well.
And that has actually come out of Crystal Ball. We've seen businesses go across borders
really?
just because they showed up at Crystal Ball and network.
So if you're listening and you have a product or service that you believe has potential to succeed beyond Ghana, I think this would be a very good conference, even if not for anything at all, to exhibit, to showcase what you do. Now let's talk about how to register, because I suspect you have to register, right?
Oh yes.
How do you do this?
So you'll have to register before you can attend Crystal Ball.
Yeah.
And the deadline for registration is today.
Oh, you can't be serious.
Oh yes.
Why are you telling us today?
So it's today at 2 p.m.
Oh, not even 6 p.m.
No, at 2
I
p.m.
thought it was 12.
Yeah, so
no, make it 2. It's only 9:22.
Bernard asked for an extension. So
Yes.
at 2 p.m. registration closes.
Okay.
Now the good thing about this year is that we've launched an app,
Wonderful.
the AB and David Events app.
I like it.
And this app is supposed to improve the experience of users, participants at Crystal Ball. It gives you access to our networking community. It gives you access to the schedules. You're able to have side meetings prior to, during, and even after Crystal Ball. And most importantly, it gives you the opportunity to get notified about events that AB and David is going to be doing in the year. Now, the app is available both on the Android Play Store and in the Apple App Store.
Super.
So kindly.
So it's called the AB and David
Events app. Exactly.
So AB and David is the end, the word, or the
is the sign.
The sign.
symbol.
So AB and David.
And David Events app.
Event app. So you can just register using the app.
Yes, but you'll have to go to Crystal Ball Africa
to get the app.
www.crystalballafrica.com to register for Crystal Ball. Once you've registered, you get the opportunity to download the app.
Okay, so you don't need the app to register. You just go to their website.
Yes.
Crystal Ball, and Crystal is spelled Crystal.
Yes.
There's one L.
Exactly.
And the ball is
Ball.
2 L's. Africa.com.
Africa.com,
So when you register online, then you can download the app
exactly
to sort of curate your experience and select your sections and all of that. All right. What about those who just want to call? Some of us, we don't like app, and we just want to make a phone call, talk to somebody. Give me a number.
Okay, so
or you don't want to give me a number?
Oh no, I mean we have a number. So you can call Grace Adachi, our stakeholder and engagement relations officer, on. Bernard, if you could just pass me
050
941
1336.
1336. Yes.
So that's 050 941 1336. So Grace Adachi will pick your call for those who don't want to go online, or you just want a voice to be sure that this person is real. Crystal Ball Africa is happening when? Thursday?
Yes, Thursday.
Time?
8:30 in the morning. 8:30 sharp.
In the morning. This is where?
Labadi Beach Hotel.
Strictly by invitation.
Yes.
Attire?
Formal.
Yeah, you're coming for a business event.
It's a business event.
And
so
for
business formal.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And for the Bernardino fans, Bernard will be on one of the panels moderating.
No, I'm
you are moderating. Bernard, tell them.
I am moderating the most important aspect of the program, which is the closing insight session with David.
Yeah.
It's become the highlight of Crystal Ball, and I think we've done it for the past 4 or 5 years, where we review the predictions for the year, and then we preview the coming year. And I've been looking at some of the predictions. This year is going to be very interesting because when I'm training to look in the ball.
Look into the ball, eh?
The way what Donald Trump mean, I don't see my way clear. So I don't know. David has to go into fasting.
Yeah.
Because when we look in the ball, it's looking hazy.
Oh, he's already gone to the mountain.
Oh, he's already back.
He's coming back.
He's gone to the mountain, so you should be expecting good things.
And you know, it's very exciting times geopolitically, but also very troubling.
Yeah.
Because the dynamics are shifting.
Yeah.
And some of this was predicted by David a couple of years ago and last year as well. Tell people about that session. It's like the highlight of the conference, right?
Yeah.
But then before you come in, people tend to want to come to the end because it's the highlight. So this year we've put a great session at the beginning as well.
Which is what?
Which is what
I talked
Pauline
about.
was talking about. So we've intentionally picked up emerging economies that are doing very well and that have opportunities that people can take advantage of. We've brought experts from these countries.
Wonderful.
So Tanzania, Cameroon, South Africa, Nigeria, right? So we want people to come from the beginning, because once you enter the auditorium. You can't.
There's no going back.
You can't go back.
You can never go
back. You can't come out of the auditorium.
We have you covered. There's lunch. There's a coffee break.
Everything
there's
you
breakfast.
need is there.
So just come. Just come.
I can never go back now. It's already too late. Charlie, any last words before we go?
Yes, Bernard, my last words are in this book, The Art of War.
Hey, just like that.
Yes, in this Art of War, you don't have to start the war to win it. You win it before you don't even start the war.
Let me see. This is the small version.
Yeah, this is a small version.
Okay.
I know you like stuff like this.
Charlie, since you haven't seen me in a long time, fetch me. Or you get me one later.
Okay, I'll get you one.
It's a nice one. The Art of War and 2. So you're saying?
So I'm saying this. What I've learned from this book is that you can prevent war from happening and win from the beginning, and that is you do that if you are able to see what is coming.
Mm-hmm.
Crystal ball is your art of war for your business in Africa.
That's all.
That is all.
Thank you, Pauline Anaman, Coordinator for Green Transition, Sustainability and Carbon Market Practice, AB and David Africa. Michael Apabila. Okay, sorry, I didn't see well. Coordinator, Public Sector Advisory and Government Business Practice, AB and David Africa. They will be there on Thursday. It's going to be a big program. Stay with us.
This is the City Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
Coming up shortly is Effective Living Series. We're jumping quickly into day 2 of our week 3, building business systems that work. My favorite friend for the season is here again, Theodore Albright. Before that, freight forwarding got easier with Hallmark Freight and Consultancy. Our quality and cost-effective services include ocean freight, customs clearance, logistics warehousing, project cargo, X-Works, and brickwork or brick bulk. Have your freight delivered in less than 24 hours, sea freight in less than 48, and land in less than 4 hours. Visit our offices on the 4th floor of the Allied Heights at Belingpe or Cargo Village Airport. Call 0302-915-335 or go to hallmarkfreightgh.org. Hallmark Freight is proud to be associated with Effective Living Series. We're entering our second day of our 3rd week. Do you drive or own a car? Then make sure you're protected with motor insurance that you can trust. Provident Insurance offers comprehensive third-party fire and theft and third-party only motor with fast, stress-free payment claims. Insure from January to March and enjoy fuel coupons and exclusive branded souvenirs. Terms and conditions apply. Visit any Provident outlet or licensed broker. You can also call 0509-374-928. Remember, Ghana card is required for individuals and TIN for corporate clients for all motor insurance transactions in line with NIC directives. With Provident, man, you are covered.
And if you're looking for a best of flavor in every sip, please discover the refreshing taste of Piva beverages. We have Piva Cola, Piva Orange, Piva Cocktail, Piva Grape, and Piva Tangy. Grab yours today. It's available at a local store near you. Please call us on 0550-032-231. Piva beverages, a taste you will love.
When we come back, Theodore Albright is our guest, and we're discussing building business systems that work. Stay with us.
This is the City Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
Is there anything better than winning a bet? Well, with Betway's world first bet influencer feature, there is now. When you place a bet with Betway, you will generate a unique code. By sharing these codes, you will earn 4% of every wager in cash. And when word starts spreading, the returns start rising. No matter the outcome, you can score big. It's easy to create your own codes. Choose your favorite teams and send to your friends anytime, anywhere. So, what are you waiting for? Start betting, sharing, and winning with Bet Influencer. Brought to you by Betway. Watch the next video for all the details. Terms and conditions apply. Regulated by the Gaming Commission of Ghana. No under 18. Bet the responsible way. Betway. Get way more.
New year, new goals, new beginnings. Admissions are now open for our January intake at Lancaster University, Ghana. Experience world-class learning, vibrant campus life, and a global community, all in Ghana. For more information, contact us at +233 030 211 8989 or send an email to admissions@lancaster.edu.gh. Start your journey with Lancaster University, Ghana. Apply today and shape the future you've been dreaming of.
Join the conversation on the City Breakfast Show on Facebook at facebook.com/City97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/City973, and Instagram at instagram.com/City973 with the hashtag CityCBS.
This is the City Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
We're getting into Effective Living series shortly, where we are looking at business system strengthening. Petra Trust and Hallmark Consultancy, Freight and Consultancy. The only thing I see is beautiful people. Hallmark Freight and Consultancy Ghana Limited. Proud to be associated with the Effective Living series. And for those who drive, great news from Enterprise Insurance is that they've dropped the Insure Naturally promo. It's the road to the ultimate football experience. When you insure your car with Enterprise, you don't just get protection, you get extra rewards. Enjoy free fuel coupons, airtime, shopping vouchers, stand a chance to win an all-expense paid ultimate football experience live at the stadium. Insure your car now, and Enterprise, let Enterprise be part of the Insure Naturally promo. We're doing this till the end of May on the NLA's Caritas Lottery platform. Enterprise is your advantage. Happy to be talking to Theodore Albright. We've had him a number of times. He's made so much great impact in us. And we're going to continue specifically today. We're looking at business system strengthening. Theodore Albright, it's a great pleasure to welcome you back to the studio.
It's a real pleasure to be here this
Wonderful.
morning. Yeah.
Wonderful. So what's the approach to today's conversation? How do you want to structure it?
So indeed, I'll start off with a definition, a structured definition of systems strengthening.
Right.
And then I'll give you the runaway definition. So we'll have a complex definition and a simple definition.
Right.
And then we'll unpackage the why and the what and the how of the business systems strengthening.
Lovely.
Yeah.
So let's jump into it.
Okay, so straight off, why would you want to strengthen your systems? Why would you want to do that?
Okay.
And you want to do that to get better, to be better, and ultimately, if you're a business, you want to optimize for efficiency. I describe systems as a discrete set of independent activities which require little or no intervention for the implementation of a given purpose. Now that's a mouthful, but just remember these. Discrete set of activities, that is one. It requires little or no intervention, that is two, for the implementation of a given purpose, that is number three. Okay? And so, in essence, what you're doing is you're looking for problems, challenges, and difficulties that you have or anticipate. Then you build a set of predictive models around those problems so that you can plug and play. Now, basic examples of systems are human resources, finance systems, security systems, supply chain systems, operational systems, administrative systems, quality control systems, and community.
So for a lot of Ghanaians, we get to encounter systems when we are paying fees or you're trying to make a call and they say, oh, the system is down.
Yes.
The system is down.
And that refers to your technology or IT system.
Fantastic.
But it is only one of many systems.
Right.
Okay. So I've given you the complex definition. The simple definition is that systems are a prop.
Okay.
P-R-O-P.
Okay.
Systems are a predictable, repeatable operating process.
Predictable,
repeatable operating process. So systems are a prop, okay? And they behave with a predictive, repetitive feedback loop.
Okay.
All right?
Okay.
And so we come back to the why systems is because you're seeking a predictable, repeatable outcome for operational excellence.
Operational excellence.
Okay, that is one of the ultimate objectives of putting in the systems. And you strengthen the systems because you're seeking optimization, clarity, adherence for execution excellence. Okay?
You are strengthening because you're seeking optimization, clarity, adherence for execution excellence. So that if you're managing a number of outlets or shops, we are talking about fuel stations now.
Indeed.
So you're looking at execution excellence so that your customers will have the same quality of experience or service everywhere they go.
It is repeatable, it is predictable, and it has a feedback loop.
Right.
Okay?
Right.
All right. So let's play the clarity game. And the clarity game is essentially what you must start with on this journey to systems strengthening.
Okay.
All right? And I call it POST.
POST, P-O-S-T.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. So the clarity game is POST.
Right.
The first thing is you need clarity of purpose.
Ooh.
What is our purpose as a business? Okay. If you're going to strengthen your systems, you need to understand your purpose.
Right.
Clarity of objectives. What are our quantifiable objectives? Okay. So you will describe purpose in a qualitative way. We want to give you fuel for free, all right? But you will describe objectives in a quantitative way.
Right.
So every gallon you get 10% off. Okay, so you must be able to quantify the objectives.
So the purpose deals with the qualitative way,
Qualitative.
and then the objectives then drills it down to the
qualitative,
the numbers.
quantitative, the
Right,
numbers.
right.
The numbers are important,
Right.
but the descriptors are also very important.
Right.
Beyond that, then you have clarity of strategy. How do we win the game? So I heard you talk about Star and Goyle and that competitive environment. And Star is asking, how do we win this game? Do we do it on price or differentiation, cost
Right.
leadership or differentiation strategy? Goyle is saying, okay, so we're going to look and make sure that we reduce our price to match.
And then add some breakfast.
And then add some breakfast for free. So here now you have a price or cost leadership as well as a differentiation strategy which says we are giving you breakfast for free.
Right.
So how do we win the game? What is our strategy for winning the game?
So strategy has got to do with the house.
The house, yes.
Purpose has got to do with the
why.
why, and then the objective is the what.
Yeah.
I like it.
And then lastly, clarity of tasks and tactics. What are the tasks and initiatives we undertake to win?
Tasks and tactics.
Tasks and tactics, or strategic initiatives we need to undertake to win the game. So you've got your purpose, why are we here, your objectives, quantifiable, and then your strategy, how we win the game, and then your tactics and your task. Those are your strategic initiatives. Those underlining activities that you undertake in order to win the game.
So that is the clarity game.
That is the post. That's the clarity game you propose. So you cannot just dive into strengthening your systems without knowing what the systems are: financial systems, operating systems, quality systems. All of those must be very clear.
So let's bring it home. I am a small business.
Yeah.
We started business 3 years ago.
Yeah.
We're focused on delivering quality breakfast for the middle class.
Yes, indeed.
Okay, we have a shop or two.
Yeah.
One on campus, another in a very busy area in town.
Yes, okay.
And we want to play the clarity game.
Yeah.
How do we go about this?
So your starting point is, what is my purpose? Okay, my purpose is to give you affordable food, at pleasant quality food at an affordable price.
Right.
Okay? That is my purpose. So that runs through everything that we do, and often the purpose doesn't change.
Right.
Okay, so what are my objectives? My objectives are to become the leading provider of quality, affordable food in Ghana. And we will do that by being in 400 shops and 20 universities on the continent of Africa or in Ghana. So now you can quantify where we're going to do. And how do we do that? We will do that strategically by offering maybe half-measure foods, pre-packaged foods, frozen foods, pre-bagged wache or pre-bagged kokonte,
and timely delivery.
And timely delivery.
The delivery, maybe
yes.
half the price of the delivery.
Yes, indeed. Okay. So, do they have to come to us? Maybe not. Maybe we'll go to them, or they simply strategically they go online, they order, and we are linked to one of the delivery services. I'm not going to mention their names, and they deliver to you. We deliver wherever you are within 30 minutes. Okay, or we position ourselves at traffic light spots, or we position ourselves in different campuses. However we do it, but that will be our strategy. This is how we're going to win the game. Then you take the discrete little activities, okay, which make up your operations, and then you deliver. But at every level of the activity chain, what sort of human beings do we want? HR systems. What sort of technology do we use? IT systems. What sort of financing do we need? Financial systems. What sort of operations do we need? What sort of quality do we need? Okay, you need to call out and identify each one of these systems, and we're going to go through a process of that. But the attribute of all good systems is that you have a clear purpose, interconnected activities, because they
should not be in silos.
They should not be in silos, so they should be interconnected. So you should know the net effect of each department on the other. It is process driven. You set out the boundaries, who stays where and who doesn't stay here. Have a feedback loop so that if it is going wrong, you can hear we. When you pinch, you should hear we. If you don't have feedback, then you don't know when it's going wrong. It should be repeatable, easily repeatable. Otherwise, you're going to reinvent the wheel. It should be predictable. It should be auditable. All right? And driven by vision, values, and a value proposition with clear means, end, and learning goals.
Clear means, end,
and learning goals. How are we going to do it? What is the end that we require? And what is the learning that we need to undertake in order to get to where we want to be?
Some R&D is happening here.
A lot of R&D and a lot of learning needs to take place. But I come back. Examples, I'm going to give you the examples of the
critical areas for audit.
So human resources systems, finance systems, security systems, supply chain systems, operational systems, administrative systems, quality control systems, communication systems. You should have clarity on the how. You should know where we are going. We should know what we should avoid. We should know what we should accept. We should know how we can adapt, and we should know how we can align. So let me say this again. We should have absolute clarity on the process. Where are we going? What do we avoid, accept, adapt, and align with the strategy? You should be asking all of these questions.
So where are we going? How are we going? What should we avoid? What should we accept? What should we adapt? How should we align? All these are very important. When you look at these critical areas of systems to adapt, which would you say is the most important?
The human being.
So the human resource.
The human resource, and I tell you what, you see, it is easy to replicate all systems apart from human beings. There are 8.4 billion people on the planet. Every single one of us is different.
Right.
Okay? And so human beings are actually the ultimate sustainable competitive advantage. Let me repeat. Human beings are your ultimate sustainable competitive advantage, not AI. Human beings are your ultimate sustainable competitive advantage. Okay? Because human beings are unique. Each one of us is a monopoly, and you can exploit that monopoly of one.
And I guess for all the systems, the most complex and difficult to handle is the human beings.
And so it is critical in every operation, okay, that you spend and focus on how you elevate the minimum viable product, that is the human being. Okay, what I mean by that is you must raise the floor, F-L-O-O-R. Raise the floor by growing the minds of your team.
Growing the minds of your team.
Growing the minds of the team. You know, everything rises and falls on leadership, and leadership rises and falls on mindset. Okay? The mindset is the lens through which we interpret and navigate the world. So your mind is the interface between you and the world. Okay? And when you grow the mind, it means there is better thinking. And when there is better thinking, there is better doing. And when there is better doing, there is better being. And when there is better being, there are better outcomes. You cannot use suboptimal thinking to obtain optimized outcomes. Okay? At best, optimized thinking will give you a better outcome.
Optimized thinking will give you
a better outcome. But suboptimal thinking will never give you optimized outcomes. Never. So when your outcomes are suboptimal, you should audit your thinking.
So I guess when institutions are recruiting and they are trying to assemble their human resource, they're looking at the quality of thinking of the people they are recruiting.
Absolutely.
The character.
Absolutely.
And then building on the technical.
Absolutely. But the two things, right? And there are two poles. One is the aptitude, and the other is the attitude. You can always grow aptitude, but it's very difficult to change attitude. So when you are recruiting, you should recruit for both aptitude and attitude. But given a choice, I will take aptitude every time. Because if the mother or the father could not change the person in their attitude, it is not you who is going to. The teacher couldn't do it, the parents couldn't do it, the church couldn't do it. It is not you, the manager, that is going to change the nasty attitude.
That's a lifetime journey.
That's a lifetime. No.
Yeah.
Okay.
So moving on.
Yeah. So I've spoken plenty, Brofo. So come down to it.
Yes.
The minimum viable process is to audit your current process with a SWOT analysis. That is simple. Everybody knows strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. Okay, just look at your systems and ask, what are our strengths, what are our weaknesses, what are the opportunities, and what are the threats. Okay, but on the larger scale, the audit should consider assessment of the current systems, anticipate where we are and need to go, avoid what will give us danger or put us in a hole, accept what we can't change, adapt where we must, and align. Okay, so there must be clarity on the process by your assessment. You must anticipate where you want to go as an organization. We're selling food. We must know what we must avoid. Okay? We must accept what we can't change. We must adapt where we can. And we must always work in alignment with our strategy.
So I'm a new branch manager for an SME or savings and loan somewhere, and I'm thinking about systems change, strengthening the systems and all of that.
Yeah.
We've had end of year meetings. We're beginning the year. I'm going through all this.
Yeah.
How do I use this model to prepare myself and train the team so I optimize their mindset and get the optimized results I'm looking for?
Okay, so leadership, and this is my definition of leadership. Leadership is a cognitive orientation and a process whereby you seek to inform, inspire, and influence yourself and then others to think better, do better, be better for positive impact and positive outcomes. This is Albright's definition of leadership. I'll repeat it. I'll repeat it. Leadership is a cognitive orientation, that is a mindset, and a process whereby you, me, we seek to influence ourselves. You influence through values. Inform ourselves. We inform by value proposition. Inspire ourselves. We inspire by a vision, which is a picture, a great picture of the future, to think better. So you are influencing, informing, and inspiring to think better. To do better. To be better. For positive impact and positive outcomes.
My God.
Okay? So your starting point is you.
Yeah.
Okay? Am I growing my mind to think better, do better, be better by influencing, inspiring, and informing? Okay? And then, like I said, influence is through values. Inspiration is through a vision. Okay, information is the value proposition or the benefit we give the customer. Okay, so if you are driving through values, driving through vision, driving through a value proposition, you must learn to inform yourself and then the others in your team to begin to think, do, be better. That is the starting point. So the starting point is relationship. Because influence is relationship. You know, and to be honest, in this dispensation, we call something Leadership 4.0. In the Leadership 4.0 dispensation, you cannot have a top-down dictatorial type leadership style. It still applies. It applies in the army. It applies in the emergency services. Okay, there is a place for it. But the vast majority now is more about influence and inspiration. Now, influence is an emotional, inspiration is an emotional, information is a logical. Okay? And as human beings, we are emotional before we are rational. Hello? As human beings, we are emotional before we are rational.
Because influence and inspiration are emotional.
Yes.
And then information is
rational. So you see that when you do the computation, okay, the denominator is 3, the numerator is 2 for emotion, 1 for rationality.
Okay.
And that is how you lead in Leadership 4.0 in this dispensation with Gen Z and with Gen Alpha.
That means really that the leadership actually starts from yourself.
Absolutely. The first person you lead is you. Okay? If you can't lead yourself, you can't lead anybody else. Okay? And I've often said that the acid test for leadership is chaos. Okay? The absence of chaos is an acid test of the presence of great leadership. And the presence of chaos is an acid test for the absence of leadership. So that is just an acid test. Just cast your eyes around the world. Where is the chaos? You know there's no leadership.
Where isn't there chaos?
You know there's leadership.
Oh my word. Effective Living Series. Theodore Albright, we have in the studio managing consultant, the Family Office Africa, and we're talking business system strengthening. If you're looking for chaos, wherever you find chaos, there is no leadership. And where you find, leadership, then there is no chaos. Because leaders are always inspiring, they are informing, they are influencing. And in this new generation of Leadership 4.0, We have moved from the regimented leadership, command and control.
Yes.
We are dealing with relational leadership,
Yes,
inspirational, influential leadership,
Indeed.
over the regimented command and control approach.
Indeed, if you're a pilot in a fighter plane, or you're in a hospital operating theater, it will be regimented because you have things to do. But outside of those industries, the vast majority, you operate in leadership 4.0, where your sustainable competitive advantage is not in materials, but it's in the human being. So if you can't manage the human being, who's your sustainable competitive advantage, he or she or it will walk out. Okay? And take the knowledge base into another organization.
Because John C. Maxwell says people stop following leaders.
Yes.
They don't just quit the organization. They leave when they decide to stop following the leader.
Absolutely.
Right.
Okay, and you can't have a leader without followers.
Absolutely.
All right. Okay.
That'll be a walk.
All right. So the leadership, everything rises and falls on leadership. Leadership rises and falls on mindset. So there are some critical questions in terms of the process. And you ask better questions. You must ask better questions. So what are the questions you must start asking? What must we stop?
What must we stop?
What must we sustain?
What must we sustain?
And what must we start?
So stop, sustain, start.
You notice how I put the sequencing. The stopping is important because that is what we are doing. Okay? And it's easier to stop than to start.
Actually.
And it's more sustainable to stop than to start.
Actually.
Because as for the doing, you're already doing it. So all you have to do is stop. Okay? And the sustain, you've identified the critical good things that we need to do, and you carry on. And then the start is where you begin to put in new investments. Okay. What can we do better is another question that you need to ask in terms of systems strengthening. Okay. So, Charlie, the water arrived cold. Can we put it in a cooler or something so that it's warm? Or the smoothie arrived hot. Can we do something about that? So what can we do better? Okay. Then what can we do faster? Okay. So you're still strengthening the systems. You ask yourself, what can we do better? What can we do faster? What can we do cheaper? Sometimes we go plate our processes. Okay. Sometimes we go plate our processes, and the truth of the matter is that there are things that do not matter to some people. So when you take cheap flights in Europe, for example, there are some airlines that will get you from England to France for £20 or £30. If you don't mind paying to use the loo, if you don't mind paying not coming with any carry-on luggage, if you don't mind paying sitting wherever we tell you, if you see what I mean.
So it's cheaper, simpler, faster, better. What can we do faster? In wrapping up, Albright, what would you say should be the go-to for business leaders who are thinking about strengthening their business systems, and where can we find you also when we want to engage you some more?
Okay, so craft a compelling narrative for the change. Okay, because the world is VUCA, volatile, uncertain, complex, and ambiguous, and you must change, because if you don't change, you die. Okay, and so you amplify the change by the vision, the values, and the value proposition, and then you accelerate. You accelerate the implementation by priority, focus, and resource allocation.
Unfortunately, we've run out of time, but we've learned so much with you, Theodore Albright, as we always do, and we're so grateful. Where can we reach you? How can we find you?
I'm on LinkedIn, but you can call me on WhatsApp. Okay. It is 020 300 9571. I repeat, 020 300 9571. And of course, if they call you Caleb or they call Bernard, you'd be more than happy to allow. A shout out to my dear friend Florence, Senor, Eben, and the team at the family office Africa.
We love your energy. Managing Consultant, the Family Office Africa, Theodore Albright. Thank you always.
A pleasure so much.
Amazing. It's top of the hour. Many thanks for doing the listening. My name is Caleb Kuda. Samuel Akom is here with the news at 10. Good morning, Samuel.
Good morning, Caleb. Coming up, Pressure Group